Hey guys, it's us here, MADMAN, and today we are here with our 25th MADMAN podcast, your home for all the latest and hottest gaming and nerd culture news for the week and beyond. I'm MADMAN, and I'm going to be discussing the many topics for today's show with our panel CMoney and Doodle.
Hello!
CMoney and Doodle are here.
Yes!
We are here.
Here we are.
In a new year.
Yes, 2023, baby. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone. Man, this was a good year, bro.
It was a good year.
It was a good year. It went by fast, but I mean, channel grew.
Yes.
To say at least.
You know, we were little tiny itty bitty at the beginning of 2022.
Yes, I agree.
It was going to be another pathetic year, but this year turned things around.
Yeah, well, we gained like 300 subscribers last year.
Yeah.
Well, coming from such a small amount.
Wow, last year. That was just like
hours
ago.
It was like hours ago, but we did.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we ended with 383, but as of recording, we're at 412, right?
Yes. Thank you
so we
guys
made
so
it.
much
No,
for
415.
subscribing to our
Pardon me.
channel.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll refresh it. See what's the latest as of this moment. 415.
415.
That's dope.
All right. We're so happy.
Very cool. Very cool. We really appreciate it. That being said, we have some pretty big news. We're excited.
Yes, we're so pumped, guys.
We're so excited. We've been teasing.
We like to tease,
We've been
play
teasing
around a little bit.
And we were teasing that we were going to be doing a giveaway. Right?
Wow.
We were going to do a giveaway. Turns out we're going to do two giveaways.
Yes.
Okay. And it's very exciting.
Because why not? It's 2023, guys.
It is 2023.
We're freaking pumped.
You heard me? I said 2023.
Oh my God.
It was like 2023.
23.
23. Pretty dope.
So let's say.
So we have a giveaway coming up. All right. And we're excited for it.
All right. Tell us, CMoney. Tell us the details, please.
All right. So we're really excited to announce our first giveaway. We're giving away a copy of the Series X Day 1 edition of the Callisto protocol to one lucky viewer of our YouTube channel.
Woo!
To enter,
All right.
simply subscribe to our channel and leave comments on our videos. Every comment is another chance to win. We will select a winner on the 15th of January, and we will announce it right here on our channel. We'll DM the winner directly, and they can tell us where to send it.
Guys,
All right?
that's like 2 weeks from now.
It's like 2 weeks from now.
This
It's
is freaking
really quick.
amazing.
But that's not all. All right. Obviously, you see another picture on the screen. All right. We're looking to start the year off with a bang. All right. So if our channel reaches 1,000 subscribers by January 31st, 2023,
Whoa. That's a big number.
we will be giving away a brand new Nintendo Switch LITE console.
Woo!
Remember, the more you comment, the better the chances of winning. We are really excited to be doing our first giveaway, and we can't wait to see you guys all on our channel. Good luck to everyone.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting.
It is. It's a big deal. It's a pretty big deal. Callisto Protocol is a dope game. We love it.
Oh my
If you
God.
listen to our channel, if you see our channel, you see that we've been playing through it. We're loving it big time. So we thought, what's the coolest thing to do?
Give it away.
Give it away. We're loving
Yes.
it. And
Brand
we'll
new
give it away.
copy.
But
So,
this is the big one here, the Switch. Right? Look,
whose favorite console?
Switch is out there.
Doodle.
Doodle
That's
loves the
Doodle's
Switch.
favorite console. And Callisto Protocol, it's freaking amazing.
It is. So the Callisto, just to be clear, the Callisto Protocol,
Doodle's
somebody's gonna
never
win.
Have I ever? Yeah.
Somebody's gonna win it on the 15th. Just subscribe, comment as much as possible on all our videos. The more you comment, like I said, you'll be able to go ahead and have a better chance to win. Obviously, we're in the United States, so we don't really know how other countries work as far as sending things and winning things. So we are limiting. Man, that's a funny word.
That's a fun word
That's
to
a
say.
fun word to say. Limiting
Ooh,
it
really?
to the United States. But yeah, so the Callisto Protocol is happening no matter what, January 15th. somebody's winning. Nintendo Switch, like I said, we're pushing for big numbers here, right? If we go ahead and reach that $1,000, reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, we're giving away the Nintendo Switch. It's brand new, never been touched. The blue one, just like you see in the picture. We're excited.
So spread the word. Let's
Spread
get
the
it
word,
going.
share it out, and comment, watch. That's the best thing you could do. So watch and comment.
Yes.
It's pretty easy because our content is just so good.
It is good
It is.
content.
It is. If you watch it, it's good stuff.
If you watch it.
That's right.
So I think that this year is a good year to look back on the previous year.
It is a good year.
It is.
It is. It is.
Now, 2022, the highly anticipated sequel to 2021. There was a lot of good movies, video games, and television that there was to take in. So let's get into our favorite video game of this year.
Well, so this is gonna be like our best of, right?
Yes.
So a lot of channels out there do like the best of 2022, best game, best movie, whatever it is. We don't want to do like a big list where everybody's bringing in 5 or 10 things. We want to just boil it down to the main
conversation.
event.
Let's just
Yeah, like
For sure,
like
keep it sweet, keep it
the main event,
delicious.
right? What do we actually feel is our favorite of 22 for certain things, right? So we focus on gaming and movies and shows and things like that. So that's what we're gonna focus
Agreed. But before we start, I just want to say a shout out to Purpleberry Crafts.
Yes.
Freaking amazing.
Yes.
She's at 179 subscribers.
Oh, 177.
177. This is awesome.
Yeah, she's doing great.
If
She
you-
just started her channel
Yes.
not too long ago. Obviously, she's part of the Mario Kart Man team as well. She does all the girl voices on the Amiibo videos. And she does a lot
Madman
of
Plays.
our editing for some of our
And
shorts.
a lot of editing, yes.
And she's in the Madman Plays. So,
If you haven't checked out her channel, go check it out.
yeah, it's it's
Purpleberry
fun stuff.
Crafts.
Purpleberry is a good channel, very quality channel. So you should check it out if you like Mario Kart Madman or anything good. So,
Yeah, she's crafty.
Very,
She's
yes.
crafty.
Little.
She does
So,
a lot
yeah.
of stuff. So, yeah. So that being said, take us away, Mario. What are we looking at first? The
Best video game of 2022.
best
This
video.
now let's make this clear. This doesn't have to be the most critically acclaimed or the most popular.
No, this is
video game movie
personal.
or
This is
show.
personal.
This is just personal.
What each individual person sitting here talking about this
Yeah.
feels about the particular
I don't know.
item.
CMoney, why don't you start?
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Ooh.
Video
best-
game right now.
The best video game?
Huh?
Best
Well-
video game.
I mean, I'm gonna have to make it pretty easy because the world already knows that I'm correct.
Okay.
Because
Can't wait to hear
that
this.
game is Elden Ring.
Obviously.
Elden Ring is phenomenal. I don't know if you guys have been living under a rock and
Oh,
have
obviously I know what Elden Ring is. I'm pretty
have
hyped.
not heard of it. Oh man, that's loud. But Elden Ring is freaking amazing. And to be clear, I'm not like a From Software stan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, a
Like
huge.
a diehard, like you're not like a Sekiro fan. or
Yeah,
Demon
like-
Souls, Dark Souls.
I'm not into it like that. Like Sekiro, I played because of the hype. People were talking about it.
It won Game of the Year.
Yeah. So that one also won Game of the Year. But I played it because people were talking about it, and I was like, all right, well, I want to try it out. I like video games a lot. I love them. So if so many people like this, then it must be good. And it was good. It was very good. To the point where it would have been my favorite game if they would have done the Elden Ring treatment to it.
Or give us an easy
Meaning-
mode.
What happened?
An easy mode would have been
Well,
nice.
it doesn't even need to have an easy mode because Elden Ring doesn't have an easy mode, right? So I beat Elden Ring. I finished it. I fell in love with it. It's amazing. Sekiro, I got to, the first boss and I tried forever and then I eventually beat him, but it was so much work that, I couldn't do anything else. I just had to keep fighting him and keep fighting him. And I just it just was tedious. And eventually I beat him, like I said, but I was so drained by it. It didn't invigorate me. I was just tired. So for me, I was like, yo, I beat that game. That's it. That was the final boss. It's over. And I stopped. Whereas this game, you go ahead and you fight people, fight bosses. And if you don't succeed, you can try again. But if you don't want to try again because you don't want to keep hitting your head against the same wall right now, you're free to just go somewhere else. Do something else. Enjoy another part of the world. Enjoy another part of the game. Go fight another boss. The open world was a game changer. It was a game changer for me. Like, I didn't even go to the first boss right away. That first main boss that everybody got that stuck on. Forgive me, I forget their name, but it's pretty much the way that the LITE takes you. And I didn't go there. Like I didn't know the boss was there, and I just kind of veered off, went my own way, ended up fighting a whole bunch of different bosses, beating them, and then I was like, well, I haven't gone this way, so let me go this way. I went back to the beginning and fought that first big boss and kicked his butt, dude, because I was already powerful. I was strong.
Well, this is all I can say is that I've never played the game, Elden Ring.
We have to fix that.
I just saw that preview or trailer. It's stunning.
It is.
It is stunning.
And it's cross-gen. That's a surprise.
It's like one of the most beautiful games I've seen.
Dude, the art direction is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was saying. Like, it's the way they show it to you. Just the way they let you experience the game is beautiful.
This is beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's stunning. It's an amazing game. Love it wholeheartedly. And again, I finished it with it was like 157, 167 hours, and I was only like 50-something% complete.
Oh, wow. Okay. So,
Like, I beat the game, but there's still so much left to explore and do. And I would have kept playing, to be honest with you. Like, I did not want to stop. Like, this game, I literally played it every single chance I had to play a game. And there was nothing about it that made me ever say, I don't want to come back to it. I don't want to play. No. Every time I picked up a controller, my sole desire was to play this game. The only reason I stopped is because there's one love that I have in video games. Oh, this is that guy. Him. He's the guy that I never fought. I didn't fight him until way later. But there's one love that I have in video games that comes beyond all.
beyond graphics.
Beyond everything.
Beyond
Doesn't matter.
story.
One game and one game only, and that's Halo. So, Halo, the multiplayer season 2 was dropping in March 3rd. So that was my deadline. I let myself play this game until that came out. I already had maxed out my battle pass in the multiplayer. Wow. I beat the game, maxed out the battle pass for the first season.
Now, what would you say is better, Elden Ring or Halo Infinite?
Well, like I said, there's one game that comes above all, which is Halo. So,
but
I love Halo.
As a game, it's taking away the unconditional love.
Well, but then you can't compare it to Halo, right? Because Halo's always my thing, right? So internally, I always love it. But if we remove Halo from the equation, like Elden Ring is just
better,
the best game that I've played.
Well, that's
in forever. I can't even tell you a better game that I've played.
The Witcher.
The next From Software game.
The Witcher is a great story, but it's not this.
This is insane. Yeah, it looks beautiful.
It's insane.
All right. Well, Madman, what you got for us?
I have not gotten to Elden Ring yet, which I plan to. Well, I have not gotten to it yet. A lot of games I've been playing were more so games that I should have played back in 2021 or 2020, but I just haven't gotten to it. But out of games that are brand new and came out this year, I've beaten a few, but I think the one that I think that at least is fresh in my mind right now that I think I'm comfortable saying because
Dude, just
It's
what is the best?
it's
What
high
is
on
the
life.
best?
What
With
is
no
your
build up.
favorite?
What's the best, bro?
I think it's high on life.
High on life?
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
I did beat Live Alive as well, which was a 2020 game. High on Life is just is very unique and different. Live Alive is actually the came before Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana and all the big boy RPGs. So
Honestly, I
technically,
can.
it was a granddaddy of
This totally
modern
makes
RPG.
sense with the humor and everything. You loved it. I knew you would love this game.
Justin Roiland, he's the guy who made Rick and Morty, or co-creator of it. He made this game and stuff like that. The voices are most of them are almost identical to the show. So if you like Rick and Morty, you're almost definitely gonna like High on Life, and probably vice versa. But the game is very quality. It's very funny with its dialogue. The game itself is very well made. It does have genuinely great graphics that make it a good showcase for the Series X. And I think that it was a very enjoyable experience overall. And I've just scratched the surface. So yeah. Now technically, is it probably better than Elden Ring? I seriously doubt it. I haven't gotten.
Oh,
to
it's
Elden Ring
definitely
yet.
not. But this is your personal game
But
of
this
the
is
year, so it
this
doesn't
is
matter what
personal
other
picks,
games
what you
exist.
enjoy the
haven't-
most.
yeah, I
All that
haven't
matters
gotten
is
Elden
what
Ring.
you played this year that you enjoyed.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you Elden Ring doesn't have talking guns. So
It doesn't. That's not really a criteria for what makes a good game.
I knew you would love this game. I'm glad you. This is
Yeah.
your top pick.
I think so.
All right,
What
All
about
right,
you,
Doodle.
my turn.
Your turn.
Well, this was unexpected.
Mhm.
My favorite game of 2022 was Callisto Protocol.
The Callisto.
Oh, snap.
Yes, I love the suspense. Okay, Let me just-
Wow.
let me just let you set it
Let me
up.
set it up. Let me set it up. Wow.
Callisto Protocol. Now, this game, I wouldn't have really played it. I wouldn't have played it had it not been because of Doodle's Never Have I Ever. Okay?
That's awesome.
This game is fantastic. I had so much fun playing it so far. Graphically is stunning,
It really is.
in my opinion. The gameplay I enjoyed so much. And yeah, see, so there's so much gross stuff, but it's like so well made that like when I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that stinks. Like you feel like you're there. But I just have this connection with like the remote when I'm playing it. I go right back into like knowing exactly what to do. The story, it's great. And I don't know, it's just something about the game. I clicked with that freaking water scene in the gameplay
Oh my
that we
God,
just
yeah.
did.
Seriously.
Insane. It's difficult because this game did not score well.
Yeah.
No.
And this is what
Which
I
is
say
wild.
all the time. Like you kind of have to try things for yourself.
Yeah, the big complaint is a combat system, which is apparently atrocious.
Which is not, which
It's
is what we
not.
like doing
It's-
the most.
Yeah, it's very realistic because it obviously you hit, right?
Mhm.
When they're coming your way, you dodge. Okay? The one thing is that if you dodge to the left, you go to the right the next time, right? And the reason for that is that obviously, right? These are what? Creatures, zombies, whatever they are. They saw you go in that direction, so now you got it. That's the direction they're going to continue to hit,
They're not
right?
stupid,
So you
they're
go in the other
zombies.
direction. It's really natural to play this game. And although it seems chaotic, it's really not while you're playing it. The more you stay like kind of chill,
Yep.
the more you enjoy it. But the suspense level of this game, I love.
Yeah, and honestly, the graphics that they are pushing out on Unreal Engine 4, again, that's not Unreal Engine 5 yet. This is 4, the last version of it. But still, look at that.
Look at that.
I mean, it's so beautiful that it doesn't, like, you don't, like most of the time before, like the previous generation games, like you play them and at the time, they're so pretty or they're so beautiful, right? But it wears out, right? You watch as you play it longer and longer, you just get tired of it, or you don't care to even think about it.
Yeah.
But this game, every time we play,
There's something
just
new.
hits you in the face
feel
how
like
amazing
it's something
it
new,
looks.
right?
Yeah, it blows your mind that
Look, we haven't even been outside
yeah,
yet.
we haven't even gotten that far.
And look at that suit. I'm getting another freaking change, another outfit.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You know?
Man.
Listen, this is the thing. Like, it can be a game. We play God of War, and we talked about how it kind of like it gets repetitive, right?
Oh yeah.
And this type of game could get repetitive, but I feel like they keep changing the way that these creatures come at you. Like,
Yep.
in
Yeah,
like
that
even
tentacle
the
shit
way,
is
when
real.
they evolve, right?
Yeah, man, that shit is so dope. Like,
Look, it's like graphic. Like, these things are disgusting. So you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is freaking gross. You feel like what you're seeing over there like stinks, and it's like you get put into that world, right?
Yep.
It freaking freaks you out. Look at that.
I
Oh
remember
man.
that was dope. Honestly, it makes you feel like the reviewers are just kind of like jaded, like out of
Yes.
touch. Like they play so
It's
many
old
games
school.
or they
it's
do.
old school because everybody should be kind of like, if you see a preview, you see something that you think you may like, it gets messed up by the reviews. It affects you,
Yep.
You kind of go in, even if you do end up getting the game, that's all noise in the back of your mind,
Yep, absolutely.
Even when I talk about why I love the game so much, I get like so hyped up because I don't know. It's something about this game is special. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you picked it. I did not know you were going to pick it, which is awesome.
Well, what do you think
I'm
she was
very
gonna
happy.
pick?
I'm very
Say that again,
happy
Matt?
that you picked this because, I wanted to do this channel, the Doodles Never Have I Ever Played.
Yeah.
Because, I know you like playing video games.
I'm
But
not
you're
a
not
gamer.
a gamer,
I'm not
right?
a gamer.
Well, you are a gamer, obviously. But like you don't, just like you said, right? You don't see yourself that way. But you've played like Assassin's Creed and gotten really into it.
Mhm.
And I just feel like, you've always kind of closed off yourself to playing
Yes.
some of these games because you didn't feel like it were something that you would be into. And the channel Doodles Never Have I Ever Played, we kind of agreed to do it and made it where you just played games that you never would normally play, whether they
Yes.
were older games that were very popular that you didn't play or some of the newest stuff like this. And I'm so happy to see that, because of that, of the channel.
Now you did say,
did play
remember
this.
when the game was here and everything, and I was like, I don't know about this game. Maybe I shouldn't try it. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
Yeah, man. I told you it's
Madman, you said something before. What were you gonna say?
I was asking CMoney, what did you think she was gonna pick?
Well, I didn't think anything. I just was surprised that, and excited that this was it. Like, this is a hardcore game. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not.
Oh my gosh, this is a water scene.
This is that scene that we
Oh my
did.
God,
That's
guys,
so
this
good.
is insane. You feel like you're right there in the water. It's crazy.
For the core gamer.
Yeah. I mean, we're playing it on PC, and it's phenomenal.
It really
It's
is.
phenomenal, and that's why we're giving it away.
Yes.
Get it out of the house.
That's why we're giving it away.
Because so many people, I'm sure so many people passed on this
Yes.
game because of the
Yes.
reviews, and it's not okay.
Yep. I
This
want
game
somebody
is
to
so
play
good.
this who wasn't planning to play it.
And just love it.
Yep.
Enjoy it.
'Cause it's
Because,
so good.
yep, it really
so
is.
sick of having these reviewers talking crap about games that don't deserve it.
Man, I also think you will
Even
like
High
this
on
game.
Life, dude, his favorite
High
game.
on Life got
Well, it didn't
Horrible
get bad
reviews.
reviews. It got good reviews. It got an 8 out of 10 on IGN. It's just it wasn't.
But as a whole, on Metacritic, it does it. It's like 6 to 7s is the average.
Ooh.
But
And-
see,
which
you
is
love that
ridiculous.
game. I play that game too
a
on
lot of people
Doodles
call
Never
it,
Have I Ever.
Yeah, you
I
did.
don't know.
And
It's
I
very
enjoyed it.
particular humor. I mean, like to some people, it's really funny. So other people like a common thing. They call it like 4th grade humor and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but you can turn that off. Like, it gives you the option.
Well,
They
you
understand.
made the gun stop talking because there's a lot. They just doesn't stop talking. But you
Yeah,
know.
but the point
I
is
like
that
that.
it's a great game. We're all enjoying it, and there's a lot of people who won't play it because of the reviews that it got.
Well, I mean, it's on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, you have no excuse. But I get what you're saying.
What's on? Oh yeah, High on Life. Yeah, I mean, but if you don't have it, then there's people who are not going to want to play it because of it. So that's why a lot of people they trust these reviewers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It sucks because that's just the way it is.
Which trust isn't a bad thing, but too much trust is pure evil.
Well.
Oh my gosh, the collector's edition of this game too, of Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's freaking amazing. It's stunning.
Oh,
It's
Saints
so
Row.
heavy.
CMoney, have you played Saints Row, the new one?
No, not yet. Not yet. We have it.
Yeah, I heard that one's rough.
Doodle will play it soon.
Yeah.
But listen, it was actually we have it right here, part 4 of Callisto Protocol. We just put it up yesterday. That same water scene, which was so freaking good, dude. You should definitely watch it. Check it out. All right, so that was our best games of 2022.
Games.
So you have
don't speed up the train too fast.
So you have High on Life, right?
Yep.
You have
Callisto Protocol.
Yes. And you have Elden Ring.
All right. So
awesome.
Best movies of the year. So this basically is just the favorite movie of the year. Again, not based on popularity or critical acclaim. Your personal favorite. CMoney, you go first.
You know what? Why don't you go first? Because I think me and Doodle are going to have the same favorite movie.
All right. Well, so my favorite movie of the year is The Batman.
Ooh.
Because it's such a good film in the sense that it had a perfect cast in terms of the Batman, the Riddler. Everyone felt like to a T. The music, the setting, they captured Gotham perfectly. It was definitely the darkest Batman movie by a long shot, but that gave it a sort of a depth to it and it never felt boring. It was very well made movie, and I'm pretty sure they're making a sequel already, but I'm ready. It's gonna be great. So I think we're all looking forward to it. And Edward, what's his name again?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, that guy.
Edward is his name in Twilight. When I first heard of him, I was
Twilight
fanboy over here.
Oh no, I heard
fanboy. That's okay.
I was like groaning and sighing and banging my head on the wall when I first heard that Twilight guy is Batman. I was like, oh my lord,
killed
they're
it.
ruining Batman.
He did great.
Well, yeah,
But I hear you because it's kind of like really Batman. He's gonna play Batman, but
I mean, he was always a vampire, so the bat was always in him.
Yeah, I mean, he did it. It was really, really good. The Batman was phenomenal.
It was.
And coming off of Ben Affleck's Batman.
You see, I'm telling y'all, the DCU, the whole connected universe is fun. But so far, every effort DC's put into putting just a self-contained film has been pretty out of the park. Joker as well is phenomenal. So I think that these gotta do more.
What was that girl's name? Zoe Kravitz?
I believe
she played the Catwoman. She did really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a great casting on this movie.
Commissioner Gordon was even good too, and the Riddler, and yeah, everything was pretty to a T.
Yeah, definitely one of DC's better movies.
Finest.
Yeah. And I mean, Batman is my favorite DC character for sure.
Superhero in general, right?
Yeah, just in general. Yeah, Batman is my dude. And that means a lot that this wasn't my favorite movie of the year.
Dang.
Because yeah, me and we're in sync on that, right?
Well, so my favorite movie, should I go?
No, well, I think I thought we had the same one. Is it the same one or no?
Well, can I just
No, because I want to put it to search right here.
Okay, well, let me let you know.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
You
ready?
The world right on here with the trailer
okay.
first.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make it thrilling.
Go ahead. Whoa, the excitement.
What is that? Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. Take it away.
Yes. Top
Gun Maverick 2022.
Yes.
Listen, I did not. First of all, this is one of the last movies I saw.
Literally
in 2022.
The last movie we saw.
No, we saw. Oh no. Yes, that was ours. I was a little bit later.
After.
Yeah. This was the last movie, and man.
Woo!
I was not expecting this movie to be so freaking amazing. First of all, I was like, how great can it be? Okay, but this was a game changer for me.
Yes.
This was the best movie of 2022 for me.
And it's wild because when it first came out, people were saying this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like people
And I'm
who
thinking to
have
myself-
not even seen the original Top Gun.
Yeah.
Are like, this is a masterclass in cinema.
Like, I was sitting there saying to myself, like, but it's Top Gun. Like, how good?
How good
like,
can it be?
Like, listen, I'm not knocking Top Gun. I know the first one was really good.
Yeah.
And, you know, I imagined that it would be really good.
I mean, it's Tom Cruise.
But who the hell knew
Yeah.
that it was going to be this good?
It was freaking phenomenal.
Now, would you say that this is better than the original Top Gun?
Yes.
For me, yeah.
For me,
I don't even remember. I don't think I've
1,000%.
even seen the original Top Gun.
I think, well, this is the thing. I did not watch Top Gun when it first came out, right?
Yes.
So it's
that
kind of, the
attachment's
bias
not
is
there,
not, you know, is not fair because, you know, it's an older movie. So
Well,
when we went to watch it, didn't we
yes.
like fall asleep?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the
Not that it
thing
was
is,
bad.
No.
It wasn't
just-
bad.
It didn't kept.
it's got charm.
This is the thing. The technology obviously is different
big
nowadays, and
difference
that's
now.
a big deal.
Like, look at those old photos, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's rough.
But man,
But even
if
like
you,
this guy, dude, Rooster,
yes.
he was
Where
freaking
have we
awesome.
seen him? Oh, we've
Oh,
seen
he's
him in
been
a
around.
few,
Yeah,
a few
he's been
things.
around.
And he's a good actor, but he was
This one,
really
this
good.
is his movie.
Yeah, this is his moment.
Did they already
Um,
do like awards, Oscars and stuff like that?
Oscars aren't announced. However, it's been nominated for Golden Globes Best Picture.
Did any in particular, like for the actor themselves, did they get nominated?
Nah.
Man, that's
I think
That's
there's
wild,
like
'cause
three
he did
nominations,
really
like
good.
who might win.
The whole cast was perfect.
Yeah, everything was cast perfect. Even that cocky dude.
Yes.
Oh
my
my
God,
God, I
I loved
loved him.
Yes.
Holy shit, was it good, dude?
Here's the thing, I think that now I'm very sure I'll bet all my marbles, but it'll get nominated for Best Picture for the Oscars for sure.
Listen, it's well deserved everything it gets
Will it
because
win? Who knows? But I think that it'll definitely at least get nominated.
it was fantastic. If you guys have not checked it out, I mean, in my
It seriously
opinion,
was so
and
good.
It was just everything.
Like it's really
I was like, how great can all this flying be?
that's what I'm saying. Like, who would have thought that? You know, like I didn't.
Man.
I mean, it was so unexpected. You know, and again, it was like the last movie. It came to where do we watch it? Paramount
I don't even know.
Was it?
or HBO Max? No,
HBO, I think.
was it?
Maybe.
one of them. One of the streaming services
it's
that we
in
have.
one of the streaming services.
So this is the thing. Streaming services, like for those people who, you know, knock it, you know, who like try to say, oh, it's not the same as going to movies or whatever. Like, yeah, it's not the same, but that's because it's better.
Yeah.
You know?
It's complicated. Now, the
That's 'cause it's
theatrical
better.
experience is something else. I saw Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters, and it's a whole other ball game being in the theater and the big screen, the big speakers. Like, it's still a cool experience, but that would have to be if you really want to see something.
Yeah,
not
but
just for
it's
seeing
also
the invitation in theaters.
it doesn't look as good as
yeah,
on
the
my
definition, the high
LG
definition. Yeah.
4K. You know what I'm
OLED,
saying? Like
yeah.
the OLED. There's no comparison. It doesn't look anywhere near as good.
But just the comfort of your own home.
Yeah,
like
the
you
intimacy of
yes,
being home
I
and
do
with the
not
people
like
you
the
want to be
movie
with is
theater,
great.
especially like I will go to the movies if I have to.
like if
but,
it's not
like,
a streaming option at all.
Yes, like it's not unless like if I have something I cannot wait to see and there's no other way to see it.
Like if you found out Top Gun 3 was coming out in theaters.
Well,
only.
I think the movie that we're gonna collectively want to go see at the movie theater because we don't want to wait is the new Mario movie.
Yes.
and I
right.
want to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, just me. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, just you for sure.
So yeah, I think that's pretty epic, and it's both your favorite, right?
Yes.
For me, for sure.
Yeah, definitely mine. It
Yeah, by
snuck in.
far.
It's stuck at the end. Listen, we'll do some honorable mentions at the end of the podcast.
Yes.
So like once we have some other topics after this that we'll go over. Once we finish everything, we'll circle back, go over some honorable mentions.
With this said, like
money.
Madman,
Oh, wow.
your pick was freaking great. I love the Batman.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
Batman's
that's fine.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Simon, I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Since I'm just saying because you were talking it up non-stop before this moment, but how does it stack up to Black Adam? How far does it beat it?
Well,
Crush it?
the fact that Black Adam is not my movie of the year tells you what you need to know. Like it's
Obliterated
not.
it.
It's a great movie.
Black Adam was a
loved
great
it.
movie, especially considering the fact that it was knocked so hard. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest situation with that. So it was.
Yeah, it
For
was.
what
It
it
would have been
was,
my
it
favorite
was-
movie if
yeah.
we didn't watch Top Gun.
Oh, yeah?
For sure. Oh yeah, I was ready to come in and talk about Black Adam as my favorite
Black
movie of
Adam's
the
just
year.
so cool. I'm gonna be just like him. Oh yeah. I
Nope, it's just a good movie.
Yeah,
Really good
so,
movie. The
Top
Rock killed
Gun.
it. But Top Gun, freaking amazing.
Yes.
So good. So good.
Tom Cruise
right.
is like, first of all,
He's
by
a
the way,
beast,
wait,
bro.
I have to mention this. He was they had a football scene where they were playing football at
volleyball.
Yeah.
No, it was football.
Volleyball,
They were
that was
talking
volleyball.
football.
Nope, they were definitely playing football.
Okay. That's football.
They were at the beach playing some football, bonding, and all these young kids are running around without a shirt. But so was Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And guess what? He looked just
Fucking
like
ripped.
just like they do.
Yep.
He was freaking ripped.
Yes, indeed. That kid got ripped too
Little
for this
sippy
thing.
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Rooster over here.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's
for
pretty spicy.
sure. Tom Cruise was great.
So next up on the docket, whatever. Best TV shows of the year. Now, this is for the best series that came out in 2022, based on personal opinion. And I think we just gotta say right out the gate. But Netflix had a smacking year this year. This was their year, the year of Netflix. They blew up. They had shows coming out left and right that took the internet by storm. It got critical acclaim. Did you know they already got 17 nominations for the Golden Globes, I think, already? Just by their output this year.
Netflix has had a great year.
Netflix is killing it.
Netflix does not disappoint.
They don't. So what's your pick, my friend?
That's the problem. I don't know. I've been tying up by 3 so far.
All right, well,
And
guns to the head. You got to pick one. Which one is going to be? So say the first name that comes to your mind.
I had 2.
Nope, one.
All right,
Chainsaw
I'll
Man.
go.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. All right.
Yeah, you see? Wasn't that hard?
Yeah. I guess I'll explain my second pick in the honorable mention.
Yep, honorable mentions. Right now, Chainsaw Man. Why, my friend? Why
Because the
is
animation
Chainsaw
is
Man
stellar,
so
The
good?
story is stellar. It feels so different from anything else I've ever seen. It's just flawless from start to finish. Extremely well made.
Okay, so what's up?
Undoubtedly.
What are some of the things that you're saying is unlike anything you've ever seen? Because I see a trailer, I see dope animation, but I've also
characters,
seen dope
if you-
animation
like,
before.
the protagonist being so like obviously in the world of like anime shonen, they're always like, I'm gonna destroy all blah 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 blah, or they had some ridiculous goal. He had a rough life coming up. His dad died, and basically he was left with all his debt, and he had to like basically scrap for money and do odd jobs and a bunch of crazy stuff in order to just get literally a slice of bread each night to live. And basically,
Okay, so he
his
had a
goal-
rough upbringing.
Yeah, his goal is literally just to have a normal life and touch a girl's tits, but that's another goal. So literally,
Holy
so
shit.
basically, he gets he has his job that he has to take on this devil after he meets. He has like this chainsaw devil. He's literally a dog that has like a chainsaw, so he uses him to kill devils because he's working for a yakuza, and he gets killed. But the chainsaw devil literally merges his soul with him, and he becomes Chainsaw Man and
Ooh.
kills everyone. And basically, passing out, and then is found by the devil hunters. And he has human conscience, but he's still a devil. And basically, they say that he can fight alongside them as a human, or they just kill him right now as a devil. And then they're like, "All right, I'm coming with you guys." So basically, he gets the life he's ever dreamed of, and basically, they're working towards the gun devil, which is basically this obscene monster of society that has mass murdered in the past, and basically they have to try and kill it. And Chainsaw Man's the only one that can have a chance of taking him on. So basically, yeah.
Nice.
Without getting into too much detail, that's basically it. So yeah,
All
I
right.
gotta say, it's really good. So yeah, that's just me.
Okay, and I know you watch, a lot of different animes and things like that. So when you're saying this one's your favorite, what about the animation?
No,
Because you
the-
mentioned
favorite of
animation.
This year.
Yeah,
The
from this
favorite
year.
from
From this year.
yeah.
Yeah, when you mentioned you had mentioned the animation, it looks really good.
Beautiful.
It
It's
does,
got,
yeah.
it took 2 years just to animate this thing. So that shows that it took a while. Like there was a lot put into it. So yeah.
Man, this
Now,
graphic
is this
good.
a manga? Like, is this
It was a comic first.
What's
so
Mappa?
Mappa, yeah. So it got a lot of hate because the
Mappa.
manga and the style of the manga and the anime are bipolar. It's funny because the artist he doesn't make very perfect lines and stuff like that. I mean, it's very rough when you watch it. Like when you read the manga, the imagery is very scrappy and stuff like
Okay.
that. But that kind of adds to the charm of it, and it gives it a very wildish look. The show, they're going for a very cinematic feel,
Yeah.
maybe very perfect and ish like that, because the guy who wrote Chainsaw Man, like loves cinema, both in American and Japanese cinema. So like even the opening theme song has like a bunch of references to classic movies like Pulp Fiction and Thor: Love and Thunder
That's
and
cool.
Black Panther, like a whole bunch of wild stuff. So yeah, they did a lot, and I think that's what makes it number 1 for me. I think so. Yeah, I'm just hoping for season 2. So that's cool.
Also, it's
Alright.
not it's not confirmed.
It's not confirmed. But at
Okay.
the least, it should take till 2025 should be the least we should expect it.
But the manga itself has been going on.
Yeah, it's still going.
It's just a show that's only one.
Yeah, I mean,
season.
if I
Yeah,
really,
but-
really was just so impatient, I could just go on like Amazon, pick up a copy of the next book, and just pick up exactly where
Yeah.
it left off. But basically, yeah, the show, if you want to see it happen in front of you,
So this is one of those things where it's better to watch it
Yeah.
than to read
Now,
it.
see, this show, it's a big deal. It blew up, right, Frank?
yeah.
Madman.
Some people think that was overrated. There's a meme going around called it should actually the true name is Mid-Saw Man because it's just mid.
Really?
Yeah. Some people knock it, but I don't know.
Well,
I think it's pretty hype. So
yeah, you gotta see the stuff for yourself and see what you like. All right, so that was Madman's favorite TV show of the
Yes.
year, Chainsaw Man, which was not on Netflix.
No, you could. It's on Hulu though. So,
Nope. But
however, yeah, if you're the dub is pretty good. The English version. Yeah, I watched it entirely in subtitles because that's just what comes out first. It's 3 episodes behind, meaning that I think Crunchyroll has it English. Hulu, there's nothing. So yeah, the English is pretty good actually, and it's actually really funny because you basically have to create a new script to make it sound normal in English. And I don't know what kind of comedic writers they have, but I see clips of it, and it's funny in English. It's like really funny. So yeah, but yeah, I think that overall it gets my vote. So
All right.
either way, it's good. So yeah.
all right, that's awesome. Yeah, it is. It looks cool. It looks cool. I feel it's funny. I feel like I'm on the outside looking in. Like I feel like one of those people just staring into the window and like you see a happy family in there and you're like,
Man,
you don't have a happy
they must
family
have
and you're just staring outside saying, man, I wish I was there. That's what I feel about people who like anime. Because I see these trailers, I'm like, yo, that
This
looks
looks
so
sick.
dope.
Yeah.
Like it looks so dope. And then I watch them and I mean, more times than not, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, you can't engage through
I
it.
can't engage to it too much. Like Cyberpunk, all these things that look so dope. It's like I don't know what it is. It's just not
Yeah.
me. And I'm a
I mean-
gamer. Like I like
Yeah.
games. Like this is like over the top
Bro,
action.
if this was a video game, I would die. I swear. Like Platinum Games should make a game, Chainsaw Man game. That would be epic.
I just don't. It's so I don't know.
Don't be
One day.
jelly, CMoney. You'll
One day.
get
One day.
I don't know. I
into
mean,
it.
CMoney has historically not really liked anime, mainly because of the stereotypes of it being overly sexual nonsense. But so basically, I don't know.
But even like the
Awesome.
action when you see them killing everybody, like they're so graphic that in a video game I like it. In here I'm okay with it until I keep watching it, and then it's just since I'm not doing it in the game,
Yeah.
If I'm not
I feel like I'm
killing,
just witnessing.
that's unacceptable.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
All right.
All right. Next up,
That's what most serial killers say.
I think me and Doodle are on the same page again, but I'm gonna let Doodle say it
You're
and
doing
then
the
I'll
honor,
type it.
sir.
Okay, so for me, the best show of 2022. Drum roll, please. All right, I shouldn't have said that. Wednesday.
Ooh, that's my third pick, and that was a
Hey,
surprise.
hey. You can't throw out the number of where that came
I'm
in
so
for you.
sorry. I'm so
Man.
I don't know what to say.
So yes, Wednesday. It's
Yes,
a
mine too.
Netflix
Mine freaking too.
original. And again, just like Top Gun, it was towards the end of the year.
And
I
Callisto Protocol.
Yes.
Everything you love this year came towards the end of the year.
Yes.
Callisto came out in December.
So, see, I normally have a hard time picking a favorite, which is funny because I hear Mad Men and I'm like, oh, that's normally how I feel. But these are easy for me this year.
Yeah. I feel like very easy for me.
And I didn't even want to watch
Did
it.
not want. And who was the brave
at first, I didn't even care because the Addams family. I never really cared about the Addams family.
No, it wasn't him.
Yeah, I didn't care. That's the other thing, man. That's right. I didn't even care about the Addams family.
I mean, I heard Tim Burton was doing it. I was like, oh, cool. But then after I knew I was sold when I saw that teaser trailer on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't expect much of it. And I was like, okay, I'll try an episode. And then we just watched the whole season.
Dude, we saw the preview. And you saw the preview. You saw how dope it looked. You was like, oh, man, that looks dope. But do we really want to? It's not a Christmas movie or a Christmas show.
Well, it was Christmas time. This felt very Halloweenish to me.
And I said, just one.
Yeah.
Just one. Just give us one.
It was freaking fantastic.
Dude, not only did we get one.
We watched the whole.
But we watched them all.
Season.
Yep. We started the first one in the afternoon.
Yep.
Like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like early in the day.
Nope.
And we watched the entire thing completely.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
So
however long the entire series was, plus a meal break.
Yep.
We watched the whole thing. Nothing else happened except for Wednesday after 3 o'clock and a meal. That's impressive. Wild. I freaking love this show. I love the fact that they brought Christina Ricci in, who was Wednesday. I love the role they gave her in the new one.
Whoa.
You did that. That was you. It was your fault.
For everything.
But I love the role she was given. And they made it just so freaking
endearing.
Good, man.
I don't know. I mean, now CMoney did grow up with the Addams Family. He watched the sitcom series, and he even watched the movies, the Addams Family and the Addams Family Values. So, this was interesting. I mean, I hadn't heard much of Addams Family. They did the animated movies back in 2018 and 19, but other than that, I haven't heard much about it. So, yeah. I mean, this was cool.
I really didn't like...
It's a very unique take.
It's not like I was this huge fan of the Addams Family. You know what I'm saying? Where I saw this and I was like, oh my God, it's Addams Family. I want to watch it. I always found Wednesday. This dance is wild, dude.
This dance has gone viral, by the way.
So
but it's
crazy.
like, man.
The fact that she just came up with that shit.
Oh, she came up with it?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Jenna Ortega, she made the dance.
Yeah, like she just said, I'm going to do it. And she did it. And it was dope.
And she had COVID while doing it. So, yeah.
That's crazy. But, I always thought she was a compelling character. But the fact that they decided to make the whole show focus around her was so dope. Like, it was a phenomenal show.
I mean,
really, really
Jenna Ortega was perfect for this role. And I think this is like her breakout role. Like, meaning we've seen her in other things here and there, but she's
a new face of Scream.
This is a huge deal. Yeah, she was in Scream.
She will be in Scream 6 this year.
Yeah, so that was a good movie too, by the way.
Scream
Scream 2022.
Scream came out this year?
Oh, yeah. No, that was 2020.
Yeah.
Last year was Scream 2022.
Well, that's what I mean. This past
January,
year?
Yeah. Right? It came out in January, Batman?
Which, by the way, I don't know what to call it anymore, because they decided, you know what's funny? Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, Scream 6. But they just hate 5. It's just a requel. I guess it's just Scream 2022 from now on. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this show really just took it for me kind of at the end of the year here. You know, it just negated anything I saw before it as one of my favorite shows to watch.
Agreed.
So good.
All right.
Epic.
All right.
And oh wait, we're not done here. So we discussed our best of 2022. Now for our biggest disappointments. Now
Ooh.
this doesn't necessarily mean the worst of 2022. Rather, you had high hopes and they were crushed and smacked up like a dog. So let's see here. What about our worst or most big disappointment in the world of video games? Our biggest disappointment. Any
That's a
disappointments?
good question.
Failures? Bitches?
You know, that's hard because I don't really play games that I don't think I'm gonna like.
You played a game on Game Pass that just didn't sit well with you? Like it ruined your day or something?
Man, biggest disappointment.
So I think, let me go here since I think that maybe, and I don't think it was, I wouldn't say disappointment, but I thought I would play it much more. Okay? Splatoon 3.
Yes, that, you know what? So, but that didn't let me down as a game. It let me down.
What it could have been.
Yeah, like maybe it just wasn't.
It wasn't different enough.
I don't know.
Didn't
Maybe it
stick
wasn't
out.
that good.
It
But
was
why did
there
you
was
like
a
it? Why
lot
did you
of
like it?
content.
I just felt, I'm just going, I can't necessarily pick something, but I thought I would play it a lot more. I thought I will have a lot more, I have fun playing it with you guys when we do play, but I thought I would be more drawn into playing it. So it's not a bad game per se. I know, you had some issues with the graphics. CMoney, you expected it to look much better.
Ooh, this
than,
scene right here made me remember.
Splatoon 2.
Yes, that was very
However,
disappointing for me.
me, it was the graphics were okay, were fine. I just had a higher expectation just on how into the game I would have been. Like I was really
Yeah.
anticipating.
I thought we
Splatoon
bought a
3.
bunch of them
Yes, we did.
because we were all ready to
Ready to go.
play them all,
Yes.
and that did not happen.
And listen, Nintendo didn't trick anybody. They released a demo, right? You
They
guys
did.
try it out.
And it was
It
fun.
was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
I thought that I will go back to it. Again, it's more of a, I thought I will play it much more than I did rather than disappointment. But yeah. How about you, Madman?
All right, I kind of knew this going in, but my lord, it's not a bad game, but I wanted to love this game, and it just didn't do it for me. And CMoney, say it with me: Sonic Frontiers.
Ooh.
Oh my
Here's the
god.
thing. It's,
See that one, but that's hard because you said this is the biggest disappointment.
Oh yeah, I mean
And
for me at least.
for me-
here's the I had high hopes. I thought
I
this
didn't
was
have
gonna be
high
the Sonic
hopes.
game that will convert me into a fan.
Yeah.
The last Sonic game that was really good that I played was Generations. That was it. Every Sonic game ever since that point, other than Mania, was just a big fat disappointment, glitchy, buggy, garbage. Ugh. Sonic Frontiers isn't a bad game. It's very mediocre. It's like Breath of the Wild for the common man. But basically, the game just had so much potential. And like, if you compare it to Breath of the Wild, came out back in 2017, for the Switch only, mind ya, the world felt so full of life. It just, so much was put into it. Sonic Frontiers, it feels like it's copying Breath of the Wild every second. The little Kokos, which are Koroks, or the ninjas, which are like Guardians. I think they just call them Guardians or something like that. Like, it's trying too hard. The soundtrack is very nice. Probably the best part of the game was the soundtrack. But, you know, even that takes a lot of cues from Breath of the Wild. But I wanted to love this game. But
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
were super
It wasn't the
excited
worst
for
Sonic
it.
Yeah,
game.
he was
It was
really
better
pumped
than
for it.
every other Sonic game, like Sonic Boom or Forces or any other nonsense I played. However, this was just, it's still not the game that made me go, dang, Sonic is awesome, sort of thing. So, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. No, I completely feel that. And like I said, I don't think it's a good game. That being said, I never thought it was going to be a good
I
game.
mean, it's Sonic.
Yeah, so it's not that it's Sonic. It's just that once I saw, like in the very beginning when it was first announced, I was like, "Oh snap, that looks cool!" When he was running in the forest
Yeah,
and
I know what
stuff
you're
with
Yeah.
the
It
CG.
looked beautiful.
I was like, "Yo, that looks dope." If that game looks anywhere near that, then this is gonna be a banger.
We're Gucci.
But immediately, once they showed gameplay, gone with the wind.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind did not look anywhere near that, and I immediately shut it down in my mind as something I would not want to play.
Now, here's the thing. Critics thought the game was just okay. However, fans or people who just played it in general seem to be loving the game. This should have been a case of, the critics were wrong, but we were right. But we just end up siding with the critics. Funny change of
Well,
events.
this is the thing. We're not fans. You know what I'm saying? So the fans who like Sonic are playing it and they like it. But we're not Sonic fans. It's not like we're huge Sonic gamers and then it's like all of a sudden we're saying we don't like this thing. We're
Like, look
not
at you, like,
fans
Super
and it
Mario
didn't do
Odyssey.
anything to make us fans, right?
Yeah. Like Super Mario Odyssey, a platformer like Sonic. Mario Odyssey blew frontiers in every way. Level design. Even the soundtrack was better. Like, everything was. You think Nintendo, we give them so much about graphics and stuff like that, but no one can really craft games like Nintendo does in
That's
that
true.
realm.
Yeah. They're top notch. And to be clear, like just to like these are our games that we played that we felt disappointed
Yeah.
by.
I still think Sonic Frontier should have been Genshin Impact at the Game Awards, but that's just me. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
How
so
about you?
I can say it. So
CMoney, have you come to a
yes. So when I was checking out one of the other videos, it wasn't on there, but I did. It reminded me of it immediately. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Yup, that's my disappointment." All right, you ready?
Ready?
I'm gonna say it right here.
Ooh.
Bayonetta 3.
What? I mean, graphically, yes.
Bayonetta 3
But the story and gameplay was
was
good overall.
my biggest disappointment.
No way. Really?
Yep.
Before you buy. They're
game
warning us.
Looked
Warning
like
signs.
trash.
It looked like a PS2 game.
The
but-
game did not do anything that made me feel like, wow, this is a part 3 that's so dope.
Special. Now, the thing I did hear, the biggest problem with people is that the story ain't great, but the gameplay is supposedly ridiculously fun, especially when you get into the later part of the game.
Well, but it's just Bayonetta. You know what I'm saying?
More
like,
of what
don't
you
make money
already
with the
know.
feminists.
Yeah, so like if you had said, "Hey, I'm gonna put on Bayonetta 3 for you," I was like, "Okay, cool." And you put on Bayonetta 2, and I didn't see the title screen, and I never played Bayonetta 2, I would be like, "Oh, okay, this is Bayonetta 3."
Actually, the weird
Because
thing
it's
is
just-
that the Bayonetta 2, like, I feel like
It
I've seen
looks better.
shots of it, like the opening.
It looks better than this.
Bayonetta 2 looks better, I feel like. Maybe it's just an art direction. Because I'm sure graphically Bayonetta 3 is better. But Bayonetta 2 is just so much more striking and visual.
You know what it is, man? Like I'm just so over like this old way of thinking about making games. Like look at this scene.
This doesn't look too
Look
great.
at the stuff in front of you. It looks like garbage. They're trying to be big and epic and do this big thing, but it looks like trash. And look, they do the same cut every time. They show her walking the same. I don't know, man. I was very disappointed. And again, disappointment is the key word. Right?
Yes.
I'm not saying that this is a horrible game.
You
But
expected more.
I expected more. And if I go ahead and I say, okay, this is the third game in the series, there has to be huge upgrades. And maybe these big boss, like these huge bosses
Naughty
or
Boys
something
and Nintendo.
might be what they're talking about or whatever it is. But like, I can't get past how crappy it looks.
From a distance, like the background.
Yeah, like you see their
Um,
face, it's like, okay, that's not that bad. But then you look at everything around it, and it's like, yeah, look at her hair. Horrible. Up close. Look at those hair. The hair is horrible. Look at that. The most ridiculous thing I've
Mind
seen.
you, the Switch is weaker than an Xbox One. So it's not the developer's fault. It's the Switch's fault.
Yeah, no, you would think it's not. But you can go and look at Breath of the Wild
Yeah.
and see so much more detail put into the world. But yeah, you're right on the fact that the Switch is very weak. And
Well, Bayonetta
they're-
also goes
they're
for a
trying
more
to milk it.
realistic look, which Zelda's like in
Exactly.
between.
it's harder to see the difference in Zelda versus here, which is just like, I don't know, man.
I
It's
think
not
what the
impressive.
thing about Nintendo is that it doesn't seem like other people can come in and do what they do with their system. So it's like it's crafted for their style
It's
and what they
always
do
been
and
that
what
way,
they
yeah.
want.
Yep.
They've always
So-
optimized it for their games. Like if you look
Yes.
at Trails of Tears of the Kingdom, Oh my god, it looks gorgeous. Even taking into context of a Switch game, it's beautiful looking. Sure, maybe not Series X level, but like they know how to work their magic. And
Well,
it looks like a huge
that's their
improvement over
thing
Breath
though.
of the
That's
Wild.
they've always had the same thing happen. They didn't make a system to see what other people can make with it. They made a system to make what they were planning to make with it.
Yeah, it
And they
seems
knew
other people have a hard
yeah,
time
other people
cracking
always have a hard problem
their
with it.
technology
The
to make the games adaptable to Nintendo.
Yeah, the only reason this time is different is because they made it where it's more open. So like the software stack that they use for the system, Nvidia made it, and it's just much more usable, right? So people can make their games and put it on here. They're still limited to the power because when they make the games, they're more ambitious graphically than Nintendo is. So even though Nintendo makes the most beautiful games on their system, they make them so beautiful because they scope the graphics to a certain point and they just push it to the max at that level.
Yeah.
They're not going for super realistic. They're not going for, the beautiful shadows or,
Yeah.
depth of field and all that
Nintendo
sort of stuff.
has
Like,
their
if you
own
look
art
back in
style and way of doing things.
Absolutely.
It
Yeah, like
works
look
for
back
them.
even if you look back in history, like like the Nintendo Wii, Super Mario Galaxy, that game is over 10 years old. The Wii looks like garbage. Like I love the Wii, but the graphics are not great, and like it's just basically it's GameCube 2, which is not a good thing. But even Mario Galaxy, not even just the 3D All Stars port, which looks stunning, but if you go on the Wii, put in the disc and actually play the game. Even on a normal ass Wii, it looks beautiful. Even now, I'm not exaggerating. Look up YouTube gameplay of just the Wii version at 420p. Somehow, some way, it looks beautiful. And that even could be said for like Wind Waker on the GameCube. Like they know they have some weird puppetry going on behind the scenes. They have like some sorcery that we don't know about. That they can make their games look the best on their consoles, no matter how weak they are.
Well, they know their strengths as a developer. So they don't push themselves more than what they know they can accomplish, which is a double-edged sword because as great as that is, I also know that if they had a more powerful system, they could make the games that much more beautiful. Like I believe wholeheartedly that like for like, if Nintendo was able to develop their games on a platform that was just as powerful as Xbox and PlayStation, they will be considered the best developers graphically around. No one would think that they weren't the best because they do wonders with their little witch
The
box.
little holes
I
of
wanted to call it a
technology.
shit box, but I
The little milk
held
jugs.
back. But they really make their box sing, and if they had that much more power, they would go toe to toe with PlayStation and Xbox 150%. I mean, obviously not when you're talking like realistic,
Gritty.
Last of Us gritty, death defying, things like that graphics, but just as far as like I'm pretty sure they would have cracked the CGI look of like 3D movies if they
Like
were
it
able.
would look like them, like the Super Mario Bros. Movie would just been an average game cutscene if they.
Yeah, it would be like their move. It would be their game if they were able to use a super powerful system.
Yeah.
But
Or
that's it.
maybe they just don't. Would they really know if they did that? Would they really know how to maximize that? I feel like they do what they know. You
Yeah,
know?
but they've always pushed it. That's the thing. That's the part that we forget because they slowed down, right? Because they did push it. Nintendo 64, they were battling graphically. They're the first people doing 3D.
Yeah, that's true.
They were battling technically until the GameCube. The GameCube
when
that was
they
their last
lost.
effort to battle. Actually, GameCube was better looking than PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It was just
And
after
that's
they
when
kept
they
failing
realized
and failing that they're like,
that
you
it
know
didn't
what?
matter.
We need to change the business structure, and they just scrapped the whole graphics thing. And then the Wii they went casual, and then they went on to sell 100 million units.
But
beating
that's the
everything else.
thing. I have so much respect for them because they do what they do and they know what works for them. And that's how they do things. Their systems are not made for outside games. Their systems are made with their games in mind, in what they want to do. So it's like such a double-edged sword for me because I feel like, yeah, I understand what you guys are saying, um, but at the same time, they do what they do. I don't think they're sitting around hoping for all these other games that come to Xbox or PlayStation to come in and bring their money in.
That's because they don't care, dude. They sell their games so much.
Exactly.
So many people buy their
saying,
shit.
that's what their focus is. Instead of spending that much more money in developing a system to carry those other games, they stick to their lane. It costs them a lot less, and they are still selling like crazy.
I think they know that they're a secondary system to people who buy PlayStations and Xboxes. The thing is that
To people who buy
PlayStation and Xboxes, they all buy a Switch. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why they get to sell so much because they know that they're not
but
a
they're
primary for hardcore gamers.
not,
They can't be.
That's okay. That's a switch of words because they have their own fans. They have their fans that just
No,
get
I'm
the
not talking about
Switch.
that. I'm talking
They
about the
just get
people.
the Nintendo
They don't have
system.
to battle with the Xbox and
No.
PlayStation because they know that those people who buy those Xbox and
Also get-
PlayStation will buy a Switch
Yeah.
as a
To
secondary
play the
console.
Mario games.
Yeah. So they don't have
Mario.
to fight to earn
in
them.
Zelda.
And Zelda,
yeah, you know, they're
obviously,
the big hitters. You know what she means. That they know that you'll go and buy the Switch to get those exclusives. And guess what? As much as it might frustrate anybody when thinking about it, dude, their games sell. They make their games, their own games, and people like they're not buying 5 million or 4 million of these games. Their biggest hitters are selling
Like
30
to
40
million.
million copies, dude.
Mario Kart 8
Exactly.
Deluxe is like
Zelda sold more games than they had Switches available in the beginning
that was
because so many
weird.
people were buying multiple copies of the freaking
of the
game.
game. But that's the thing, like, right? So if they say, okay, well, now let's invest, right, X amount of money to make this a super powerful.
Bro, actually,
freaking
Mario Kart
system.
Deluxe is nearly at 50 million units. It will make it one of the best games of all time.
See?
It's crazy.
And the thing is that I don't think that I think that it will still be a secondary system for those who are a fan of Xbox or PlayStation. I don't think that I think they're aware of that. They know that they're not going to be the first pick for those fans, in my opinion. Like, you're not going to go ahead and say, okay, well, no more Xbox for me because they have, or PlayStation because they have upgraded their system, and now it looks just as good as the Xbox does or PlayStation.
So this is the thing. Hold on one second. I thought I had a sneeze, but it went. So this is the thing. I love Xbox, right? I love Xbox games. I love all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you watched our channel or heard a lot of our discussions, like we're playing a lot of our games on PC.
Yes.
So if that tells you anything, I'm not one to be held down because I like a system. Like I'm not a person who's going to be like, I'm not going to play something or do something because it's not on. Like
I know that.
I guess the point that I'm saying, like, if Switch came out with a super powerful system, then I would most likely play my third party games there. If it was going to be that much better looking than the Xbox.
I understand that if it's that much better looking, but if they invest into making it and catch up, right? We're talking about catching up, right? If they catch up with these other systems, you're still going to buy your Xbox.
Oh,
you're still going to buy your
the system is going to get
PlayStation
bought for sure. I'm still going to have them, but it'll be the same reason I have a Switch, right? So the same reason I have a PlayStation 5. Right? PlayStation 5 is hugely powerful, but I don't touch that shit because it's not more powerful than the Xbox. Right? I want my games to look the best that they can look.
I know. So you buy it for exclusives. What I'm saying is that Nintendo is not going to invest all this money because the fans of Nintendo are fans of Nintendo, right? The fans of Xbox are not going to say, well, now that they have upgraded, let me buy a Switch instead of my Xbox, right? You're speaking of the Switch being a secondary system for people with Xboxes or PlayStations. They're not going to substitute those buyers.
Well, but
Like,
the
they're not
position could
taking the
change, right? So the
buyers.
Xbox can be a secondary, or the PlayStation could be a secondary if the Switch has what it takes to compete. Because if I could take my Switch out with me and I can see beautiful graphics on the screen, then come home, plug it in, and it's stunning, 4K, 120 frames per second, all this stuff. Like, if that can happen, why would I not? Especially since right now, Xbox, it only has the cloud, right?
But this is unknown, right? And for what cost, right? They will have to literally invest and say, I'm sure they've done the numbers. They will have to invest and say, let's see what happens.
So,
And maybe that's what happened with the GameCube. They were like, okay, well, that wasn't worth it. Let's just do what we do.
Literally, that's
if
what
we-
they did.
If we look at the numbers on games that are bought, if you look at the exclusives for Xbox and you look at the exclusive for PlayStation, their numbers are dwarfed by third-party games. Okay? Third-party games are the most highly purchased games.
Mhm.
So there are a lot of people who own an Xbox and a PlayStation who do not play the exclusives,
Okay.
who only play third-party. So what Switch does right now is it alienates the people who want to play third-party games and have them look premium. And that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I had the ability to play my Switch on the go and plug it in and it looked amazing,
So you're saying for exclusives, they are leading nonstop. So most people are buying these other systems, the PlayStation or the Xbox, because of these third-party games, which means that if the Switch were to upgrade their graphics and the way that their systems, they would be leading that as well. I don't think that's a risk they're willing to take because of what happened with the GameCube. But I do get your point.
So, but see, I guess right now, what I'm looking at is what risk would they have, except that they would have to make it a more expensive system, right? Like, they would have to make it more expensive, right? But aside from that, like, people are already obsessed with the idea of the Switch. So all they need to do is give me a 1080p screen on the Switch, or if they really want to be fancy, go 1440, but give me a 1080p Switch and allow me to come home and plug it in. So meaning I don't have to play on the cloud to play these big third-party games.
Yeah.
I could play natively on my Switch, make it look beautiful, come plug it in, and it's 4K, 120, top-of-the-line graphics. Yeah, of course I'm going to do it, right? When the PlayStation Pro came out, before the One X came out, I started buying my games on the PlayStation 4 Pro that were third-party because they look better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I want to be. I mean, right now I got the 4090 on the PC, so it's hard to,
Want a console version at all.
hard to want to play the console version of something if it's available. But still, it does, make
The question also
issue with
is
this thing.
with that more powerful system, right? How will that affect their games? How will that affect their art style and the way that they
They can do the same art
Well,
style.
it'll look the
They're
same,
just
but better.
Be able to
Think
make
about
it
it, like
look beautiful.
Pixar.
They can do
don't
ray
like, because they
tracing.
look gorgeous. Does that mean they look like gritty humans? They just-
Like, there's a lot of
still cartoon.
technology that the Switch can't handle that's out there already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's tons of technology that the Switch can't handle, and that's what we want to do. Like, this is the thing. We're at like a crossroads right now with technology, right? Xbox and PlayStation have the ability to make games that look like nothing we've ever played before. And this needs to be the new baseline. Nintendo Switch doesn't have to compete forever, right? They've been down on the bottom rung for a long time as far as graphics are concerned. They need to take one like big leap to bring them into the era of the 4K that we like to see. Give me ray tracing. Give me the technology that exists out there today in your box. And then let PlayStation and Xbox go to 8K. You know what I'm saying? Let them
See, but
push it
that's
to the next
problem.
one.
Why
Switch
would
can
they?
stay
Why
right
will
here.
they do that if you're just saying that? You just said that, right? Let PlayStation and Xbox go to 8K. And the thing is that as fast as technology is moving, so are people with this. They go right after it, right? So that's exactly what it's going to do. By the time they get there, that's all news. They're gonna move on, and what are people gonna buy? The PlayStation or the Xbox because they're at 8K. Like you speak all the time about how you want more and more and more, even with the Xbox and PlayStation. You're essentially never happy when it comes down to the graphics. Like,
Well, not never.
in
Callisto
mostly
Protocol,
never.
Satisfied are you?
Protocol is
Most
awesome.
what was
Never
that, man?
satisfied, are you?
Yeah. So like it's not go if they start chasing this rabbit hole, I don't think that that's what they want to do, and that's the thing. It will never stop.
But the problem is that the world is not going to stop for Nintendo. Right now, they got in right at that bubble because the new systems weren't out yet. So all the graphics were kind of still getting stale. And as far as the Switch is concerned, it's like, well, it's not that much worse than Xbox One, right? Like, it's not that much worse, but it is now. And as they keep going, the Switch is going to become like developers need to still make these games, right? Like, people who make the dope games that you want to play still have to be able to make them. And there's only so far you can go where it's like, well, dude, in order for me to make the Switch version, I have to hire a whole nother company to do it for me because it's going to take us too much money and too much time to do it. You know, like, obviously, I understand what you're saying because I'm more of a hardcore.
Do you?
Yeah,
Do
it's
you?
more coming from a hardcore gamer who wants Nintendo to compete because I want all the systems to compete with each other so that everybody pushes everybody to get better. Nintendo
I get
too
that.
chilling in
I
like
don't-
their lane of like,
But yeah,
we
that's
don't
what I'm
have to look
saying.
good.
They don't
We just
wanna
sell. It's like,
do
come on, man,
that.
be better.
I listen, I'm sure they've had these conversations and I'm sure that they know why they're doing what they're doing. So, you know,
Look, I think they're going to do a big thing with their next system. The next system's coming out. So no matter what, they already said, you know, I think one of the news topics that we're talking about is going to be the Switch Pro got canceled. So that means they're skipping a Switch Pro and just going straight to the new system because I guess that Pro version wasn't going to be powerful enough. They want to move up. So like they're aware. You know what I'm saying? They know that it's time to move on. You know,
Yeah.
that's why there is a new Switch being made. That's why there's a new Switch coming. I'm just hoping, you know,
they shouldn't
that they go to that
released-
next big push.
They shouldn't have done. They did the Switch, they did the Switch OLED. So I think the right thing to do is to just move on. It shouldn't
Yeah,
have
just
been
to do a
Switch
new
Pro.
Switch.
So I'm glad that got scratched.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been enough of a jump anyway.
Yeah.
Like it would have been slightly better, and it's
Yeah.
like save it for when you can actually
Mhm.
make an impact.
Agreed. I do love that they're making all these like special switches with like
That's the freaking key, man.
right.
That's how they get
are
you, bro.
Stunning.
That's how they get
are
you.
Beautiful. So they did the Splatoon. They did the the Pokemon, right?
Yep,
And
that's the one I have here. It's so good.
now there are rumors, or was it confirmed that they're making the Zelda?
It's not confirmed in the sense like Nintendo didn't announce it, but I mean it's been leaked. We saw the boxes. You know, we know that it's coming.
Yeah, it's hard,
But it's not that nice. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it. It's not that nice when
Like,
you
it's simple.
compare it to the Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
But for those Zelda fans, that
Oh,
Zelda
yeah.
Switch is gonna be incredible, and I bet you it's gonna be one of the fastest like sellouts and like.
And it's gonna be like these
so
people's third or
difficult.
fourth Switch.
Yes, it's gonna be so difficult to pass that up because I mean Zelda is one of their biggest games.
Yeah,
With that
I think
said,
it's gonna be beautiful because you know Zelda's beautiful. Like it can translate into a console easily.
Man, did
Yeah.
you see it?
Well, the console, yeah, it was leaked.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
pretty
it's not that
beautiful.
impressive. Like the Pokemon one is way nicer.
Yes.
Like
I
by
mean, it
far.
might just be the box itself that's nice. But yeah.
No, but they leaked everything. They leaked the box. They leaked the control. Like there's nothing on the actual Switch. Like on the back, it's all very dark. Like you can barely see anything. It's only the front of the stand that has much of anything.
Maybe it's not done. Maybe they're just,
I mean, it looked packaged. It
Yeah,
had a
I know.
box.
Yeah, it's
I know,
pretty
I
much
know.
done. Pretty much done.
Well, with that said, like I said, I think everybody's gonna go nuts over it because it is Zelda.
Yeah, well, not people who just bought the Pokemon. I can tell you that much. 'Cause I'm not looking at that. But
Wait till it goes on pre-order.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, But I mean, the new Zelda is going to be amazing. So
So I do think because they have such like their games are such a big deal. It's really cool and they're very hard to resist when they do make the version of the system of a game that they have. So
well,
Yeah. So yeah. Now next, most disappointing movie of 2022. Jeez, we're never gonna get
that
topics,
was
bro.
just most disappointing
what?
game. Wow.
Let's just make it quick. But yeah, I'll just go real quick. Disappointment, Lightyear. I want to like it so badly, but I just didn't. Pixar just can't stop stretching Toy Story to the brink of like obliteration. Toy Story 4 was unnecessary, but Lightyear was not just unnecessary, but bad. It was just, oh god, they could not have made it worse, and I was so excited, but like they ruined it in every way they could have. What about you guys?
Well,
Man,
I mean,
man.
let me ask you this.
Visually,
Dive
it's
deeper a little bit more. Because that's all, I understand what you're saying, but that's all very, like, surface level. I don't like this. It's not great. Why? What about it? What actual
I
things
think the over
bothered you?
convolution of the story, the fact that they went back in time like a fucking million times and now they're ahead and stuff like that. The Zurg was basically just Buzz, but super old because it was like an alternative timeline in which he kept going, but turned like evil or so. I can't even remember. Like they just try to overcomplicate it and give it a crazy sci-fi story that I do not believe this was Andy's favorite movie. It's just unless he had horrible taste. Like
Listen,
honestly.
Madman, I have to second that. This movie was freaking horrible.
It is visually stunning, though. Beautiful movie. That's the only good thing.
story was pure garbage. They overcomplicated it, and I had such high hopes for this movie because it's Buzz Lightyear,
It is Buzz
and I was
Lightyear.
so disappointed that they didn't ask Tim Allen to come back. Especially since, like, you see, he does all the time loops, and you see him much older. Um, with that said, I'm not so sure that Tim Allen if he read that script, he wouldn't
he
have
probably didn't wanna
wanted
do
to be
it.
a part
Nah,
of
he
it.
said that he was never even approached for it.
Yeah, well, good for him then, because I feel like he would have maybe felt compelled to do the movie because it is Buzz Lightyear and it's such a big stamp of his career,
He
right?
would have done it. He was
Yeah.
very. He was really upset when like Toy Story 4 ended the way it did because it kind of basically just said Toy Story 5 cannot really happen
So
because they
maybe
basically made it impossible.
maybe it was for the best because if he would have done this, it's like, oh my gosh, really? You got on board to do this?
I mean, that's commitment to a character. Well, but still, I mean, it's not Buzz Lightyear the toy. It's Buzz Lightyear the person. And I'm sorry, the fictional movie person. I guess Chris Evans in their timeline is a big actor, and like they just got like some small voice to do the toy. I guess I don't even know.
Chris Evans was okay as Buzz Lightyear.
I think he
But-
did what he could with
Well,
it.
he could with the story, right?
Yeah.
But you can hear where I felt like Tim Allen his voice was Buzz Lightyear. I felt Chris Evans making his voice Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear's voice.
But Tim Allen's voice in Toy Story is just Tim Allen's voice.
Yeah,
Not doing anything.
he's Buzz.
Yeah,
You're mocking me.
I
aren't you?
agree. Yeah, it is like the perfect
What?
voice that Buzz has is Tim Allen. Like it's just that's
Yeah.
who he is. Yeah, I don't see this one changing anybody's perspective on that. Was that the guy from Up?
Looks like
Look at
him,
him.
right?
Oh,
Like when he was-
But listen, they
when he was
just
slightly younger?
overcomplicated this mess.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the thing, and this is I almost feel like when you think about these movies that you were really really hyped for,
uh-huh.
like it always brings me back to Doodle and The Proposal.
Oh,
So The Proposal was a movie with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
Sandra.
And
yeah,
it was
as I said that.
it was a comedy. And Miss Doodle, when she first watched it,
well,
she
no,
did-
when I was waiting for the movie, I was just anticipating.
yeah, you were so
excited,
pumped for it.
So pumped.
So pumped for it.
Yes.
Then you watched it and you didn't like it.
Highly
You
disappointed.
really didn't like it.
Needless to
and
say, it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It is one of her favorite movies of all time because
made
we
the
watched it
change?
again. We watched it again. And this is the thing that I believe. And I do believe
CMoney.
this.
By the way, I watched it again because of you. I wanted
Because of me.
nothing to do
Yeah,
with
yeah, of
it. And you
course.
were like, listen,
Everything that's good in your
Just-
life right now is because of me, bro. Okay?
you're like,
Come on.
just do it again. Let's watch it again. I
Because
feel
you
like
were so
maybe
pumped
you were
for it.
just, yeah.
I liked it and you didn't. And I'm like, dude, there's a problem. So this is the thing. And this is what I feel. I feel this is true for a lot of stuff. So, I mean, sometimes something is just bad.
Like this.
And that's
like
fine.
Buzz
Well,
Lightyear.
I mean, but again, like what I feel is a lot of times we get this anticipation build up, right? These expectations built up in our head of what the movie's going to be. And then the movie comes out and you watch it and it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And instead of watching the movie and judging it for what it was, you judge it for what it wasn't.
yeah, or what
Okay.
what you were thinking it would be.
Yeah, what you were thinking or hoping that it would be. So, like, this movie here, it's not Toy Story.
No.
Okay? It's not Toy Story 5. It's not a continuance of Toy Story. It's a completely separate movie that just so happens to star the character from the Toy Story line, Buzz Lightyear, but not him, the person that character was based off of. And this movie is telling its own story. And I mean, I can say visually, super
tier.
stunning.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like that's the deal with
Super
Pixar.
stunning.
No matter how bad of a movie they make, it's always phenomenal to look at.
That's true.
Yeah. And I mean, and that goes a long way with a movie, right? It's very visual, right? You're watching the movie. It looks great. This cat was funny. I remember him from the
Oh,
movie.
Are you suggesting we watch Buzz Lightyear again?
I'm saying
I mean,
Money.
I
that it
wouldn't. I don't
wouldn't
know.
be too far fetched to believe that if we watched it again, we might go from ill, this is disgusting. I hope
Burn
this
it.
shit burns in hell forever making me watch it to a pretty, simple,
I don't know. I mean, I
yet
feel like
effective.
Pixar,
It was okay.
I think Pixar's at their best when they stop trying to milk franchises, do something unique. Like this same year, Turning Red came out, which was really good and it looked beautiful, and not just like incredibly detailed. It was like a combination of Disney and Studio Ghibli style animation and melded it and made it pretty geniusly looking, like so vibrant. It's hard not to smile when watching it. It's really good, and I think that when they do like an Elemental comes out next year, which looks really good. When they do things that are different and out of the box and not the same franchise, they do so much. It's insane. That's what worries me about Inside Out 2, because Inside Out was good, the original, but I don't know if it even needed one. It was one of the best endings Pixar's made, so.
Yeah, but even what you just said, they're not milking it because, again, this has nothing to do with anything you've seen in the Toy Story movies. It just shares a character who is not even played by the same person and doesn't portray the character like the other person did. So this is his own movie with its own plot and ideas that had no reference to anything in Toy Story. So they're not milking anything. They're just using, this could have been a random space commander who they just put a different suit on, who wasn't Buzz Lightyear.
Listen,
And this would have just been his own movie. But because it's Buzz Lightyear, you feel like they're milking it or attaching to it, but they're not. This has no linkage whatsoever aside from the character to Toy Story in any way, shape, or form. This is the original movie.
Yeah. Toy Story
now,
4 is no
I don't know
excuse, though.
why they're making Inside Out 2 because the first Inside Out was like, please, why?
No, it wasn't a bad movie.
It
It had a
was
great
freaking
message. It was a
horrible.
good movie. It just, but I think the ending was one Pixar's strongest, and it had a great ending. I felt like it brought everything to a close.
I think Inside Out is a movie that it really depends on where you are in your life when you're watching it.
like Inside Out
As a
2
grown person with kids, that was an annoying ass movie.
It was.
Because they want to treat the way you have to handle the kids as accepting and they can do whatever they want and say because they're a person.
As if you don't have
And
to
it's-
speak to them and teach them.
It's like, dude, like you don't know what you're doing yet. So my job is to make you understand that the way you're talking is not acceptable to anybody. And I don't care if you feel that you can do this, you can't. That's it. And you're in my house, and
That's not what
the way the
movie
world
really
works.
Did Riley? The
what I'm
whole
saying?
problem
Like,
was actually
that's
she was
what it
just
is.
upset, but she was bottling it up, and it was about opening up to her emotions because she didn't want to feel sadness. But when she felt sadness, it overall made everyone happier. She never was rude to the parents. Other
Actually,
than
she
that one
was
scene.
rude to the parents.
Yeah, I think it was like that one scene, but
Okay.
Joy disappeared.
Yeah, but it's still like you have to.
I don't know. The
It's
whole
based off
movie
when
for
you see
me-
it. When you're young and you're looking at it, you're like, "Oh, this is so cool." And like she's saying whatever she wants to say
Yeah.
because it's a movie.
But even the whole thing where with the emotions and Joy is grabbing all the.
Oh my god, the sadness was the problem.
Yeah. Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
oh my god.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying?
Alright,
Like it's just
so-
like, yeah. Let's just stop.
But from Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear was one of my favorite characters. And then on top of it, Tim Allen is nowhere to be found. And I was on board as I was watching, up until they started looping.
I mean, it's an
over and
interesting
over and
premise when
over.
you
It's
do it because there's a lot of
insane.
looping. There's a lot of time loop movies and video games and things like that are
I
out there.
don't normally like that kind of stuff.
Like the
though.
Lake House or Your Name.
The Lake
or
The
House,
Lake
yeah, I don't
House,
like
Your
that.
Name. Like
Your
there's-
Name was good.
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying? Like they're out there. And
They have
I
to
think
be
when
made
I was
right.
watching this, it was shocking the first time they did it. But it's like I feel like they milked it.
Yeah.
Like they went so far with it that they kept looping and looping and looping. They should have did maybe less loops, bigger jumps so that we can get to where they wanted to get to without having
Exhausting it.
yeah, like killing it too far. But again, like I think I fell asleep.
You did.
I did. So it's like, there's only so much I can say about it other than it is very pretty. And if I did, I would be open to watching it again to see
All right, maybe
if I
we'll see.
like
We'll
if I
see.
fell asleep. Like what did we watch that I fell asleep like 3 times that we tried watching it? Doctor Strange.
in the Multiverse
Yes.
of
Like you
Madness.
see, like we gave it that's a fair shake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we watched that movie a few times, tried to watch it, fell asleep every time.
Oh my gosh, do you remember? There was there was a movie that was like a lullaby for us. When
Yes,
when we first got
yes.
married, and it was like filled with snow. It was like the snow
Day after tomorrow.
day after tomorrow.
Every
we
time.
would put that on, and with about like 5 minutes
Yeah,
into
sleeping,
it, done.
gone.
like,
no matter what.
like
we never got
in
past
the
to
deepest
tomorrow.
sleep.
We never
And
got
I-
to tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like the day after tomorrow, we never got to tomorrow to get to the
No.
day after that.
Oh my gosh,
That was horrible.
We would like 5 minutes, best sleep of our lives, like
Yeah, it was
knocked out.
Amazing.
Man,
Best way
every
to go to
time.
sleep.
Yeah.
If you have a problem sleeping, just throw that movie on.
So did you ever
You're golden.
properly watch the movie?
No, we fell asleep
No.
every time. Let me ask you a question. When did
For, like,
when did that new
months,
Doctor
though.
Strange come out?
Just
Um,
last year,
what-
2022.
Did that came out this year?
2023 it is right now. So last
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
you know what I mean.
a couple days
Yesterday.
ago. Yes, it would be. Yes.
Okay, so it came out 2022. Well, I'm glad this conversation happened because I was a little confused as to where I was going to go, but now I know.
What?
Doctor Strange
Yeah.
was my most disappointing movie of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
because I was hyped. because I like Doctor Strange.
I like Doctor Strange a lot.
A lot. Like,
And
I loved his first movie.
like I said, yep, I had mentioned before on a different podcast that his first movie was one of my favorite movies. So
Ever?
yeah. Say that again?
Ever or Marvel content?
Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this was huge. Like it was such a mess.
Like, I thought this was gonna be crazy, and I mean, supposedly the ending was kind of hype or whatever I've heard, but the movie itself, I mean, I was excited for the stupidest reason because it was a sequel to WandaVision. It showed what happened after Wanda went fucking nuts, so I was intrigued, and she went nuts, all right.
WandaVision was a great show.
Yeah.
That was probably
You
the
guys
best.
loved that.
Yeah, that was really good.
That and Spider-Man No Way Home were like the best.
When did
parts of Phase
WandaVision
4.
come out?
2020. I might have to look that up.
I think it was 2021, no?
No. It was like a little while ago.
You both loved
Yeah,
that.
we
That
watched
was a
that. That
great
was good.
show.
That was really, really good.
2021,
loved-
yeah.
Yeah, 21.
2
I
years
love
ago.
how they did that show. That was very, very good.
See, they make a lot of stuff, Disney Plus, but like
Yeah.
some
There's so much that we
Thanks.
haven't even watched, man. Like, it's just, there's so much in so little time.
It's not Netflix. They
It's
don't
not.
have. This is the problem with Disney Plus. They have a lot of this Marvel
Yeah, it's the
and
same
Star Wars.
thing.
It's the same thing, just a different version of it. You go to Netflix, you find stand up. You find all kinds of movies, reality
Action,
show,
scary,
action. Yep, everything.
Romantic comedies, whatever you
Everything.
want.
And they keep up with
something
everything.
there.
They give you a little bit of everything for you to enjoy. And not even a little bit. They give you
They give you
enough
everything.
to like,
It's
yeah.
buffet style.
Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah.
and with that, I can like very comfortably say that Netflix
Is a
is
king.
my favorite, the best streaming service for me, in my opinion, of 2022.
Yeah, for sure.
Indisputably, you're right. A lot of the best content came out from Netflix.
Yeah,
So,
they did a lot, for sure.
Like an obscene.
Like, it's not even a competition. And that's what's weird because they treat it as if it's a competition out
It's
there.
not. Yeah.
Like, they talk about Disney Plus as competing. And yeah, with subscribers, sure, of course. But yeah, this is like, let's put it this way.
Content.
Disney Plus is like the Switch. There's things that they do
CMoney. It always
really
comes
well.
back to the Switch.
It's things they do really well, but they're in one lane, right? It's always Mario, Zelda, all the same cast and rotation, right? That's what Disney Plus is. Star Wars, Marvel, all the same stuff. And you want things that are different, and Netflix gives you what you didn't know you wanted.
and it's literally fact at this point. It's not like, oh, Netflix, I mean, they're still there. Think about it. The 3 biggest shows that came out this year, like from Netflix, Stranger Things Season 4, Dahmer and Wednesday. All together, 3 billion hours of streaming of those 3 shows all together for Netflix. Meaning that just on 3 shows, Netflix has had more streaming hours than majority of any of the other streaming services out there. It is ridiculous. So to think that they that's not like they released a bunch of stuff that also was really successful. So to think that Netflix, like, they're still the king of streaming. Like, it's a fact. No matter how much you like, Disney Plus is close, and they have their successes like Encanto and stuff like that on Disney Plus. But Netflix is in a league of its own.
It really is. In like every way, shape, or form. It's just top notch. It's just top notch. But yeah, so that is the most disappointing movie of 2022.
And now for the most disappointing TV show of 2022. What was the show that you were excited to see, had high hopes for, but was a big, fat, sticky banana? Like, what was just so bad, I don't even know. Like,
This
it
is
wasn't
the
anything
thing.
I was looking forward to, and I was like, oh man, that was a stinker.
I'm not looking at it as necessarily a show. I'm looking at it as TV, right?
Mhm.
So like, not a movie, but something that I would consider like a show or TV. So for me, when I think of stand up,
Stand up.
I don't look at it as a movie.
What was he saying?
What happened, man?
I guess stand up is kind of TV.
Yeah, for me, it's like TV. It's like a show. Like it's something that's put on.
Yeah, you see, I got nothing, so I'll just say we all could just go for stand up.
Well, it's just for me. That's what I'm thinking because I don't think what TV shows that came out this year that we didn't like that we watched.
Like watched, or anything like that.
I'm not sure that there's really anything.
Like I feel like if we didn't like it, we didn't watch it. Like we didn't even bother trying after watching the trailer.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, you got a point.
Like, is there anything that we watched as a show?
Maybe we should just look over this question and pretend it never happened.
Yeah, I think the worst, the biggest disappointment for me that I was really looking forward to was when I heard that Netflix had a stand-up for Sebastian.
Yes.
I was so excited. I think I actually said it before it came out, before it was released, that I just saw that there was a stand-up coming up with Sebastian, and I was so hyped for it because he is hilarious normally. So it was not great. I was very disappointed. It was not good necessarily.
Like, it didn't end on a banger, like how Chappelle came in like the final stand-up, the closer. That was a banger. But like Sebastian he didn't do anything crazy or special. Not to say this is his last special, but this
no,
it is,
and
like,
you know
it's
what's crazy? It made us look at stand-up. What the
That's
heck
a
am I
fucking
looking
face,
at?
bro.
It made us look at stand-up and
Poor
kind of
Sebastian.
be like, okay, so from now on, we need to say that they had a good stand-up, not that they're so funny.
Yeah,
When
that is something.
like,
Yeah, we talk about that.
it literally made us talk about that because, yeah, his first two stand-ups were hilarious, in my opinion.
Yes.
And then, which were
pretty
those
much everything
two.
he did
And then
before this moment.
yeah, see, these three were so first, second, and then the third one was okay. It wasn't as funny, but this last one was ouchies.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one.
It was, now with that said, it's because I was very excited and looking forward to it because that was not the only stand-up for me that flopped this year. Fluffy, oh my gosh. His stand-up
Yes,
was so
the only
bad.
reason why I don't look at it that way, because again, almost like when we talked about some other things, I never had high hopes for Fluffy.
Yes, that's
Like,
what I'm
we never
saying.
been like
I
huge
wasn't
Fluffy
looking
people.
for. I was really looking forward to this. So this was a huge disappointment.
Yeah, this was a bad disappointment. Like what just happened to us? Like, why did this happen to us?
Yeah, how can you do this to us?
Like he's a big name. Like once you get to a certain level, like I want to look at that name and I want to be like, I'm safe.
Yeah.
Like I can watch this because it's gonna be good. Like a Dave Chappelle, right?
Yes.
I'm not saying this guy's Dave Chappelle, but I'm saying
No,
like,
but
at that point when I know a Dave Chappelle, right? Like I know I'm gonna be
watch
in
something
for
good.
something great.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where Sebastian was heading for me.
Yes.
Like he was at the point where I was like, yo, Sebastian
You
is
could
on
trust
stage.
this.
I can trust it. Like we just watched, what was the other guy? Tom
Papa.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And he has some funny stand-ups. That was not that great either.
It wasn't great.
But it wasn't this bad.
But it wasn't like I liked his better.
Yes.
Because of how bad Sebastian's was.
When you compare it, you're like, okay.
Yeah, Sebastian's was trash, dude. Like even in the stands, like at the theater, you can see him getting agitated because people weren't laughing,
not responding,
and
the
they
way
were
that he
judging
expected
him based off what he was saying.
Yeah,
because dude, he would like turn.
It was
crazy.
It was some of the
like
stuff he
start
said
saying
was not
some racist stuff.
It sounded racist to me. Yeah,
really edgy stuff, and
It
for
got
him,
really sus, I guess. Oof.
He didn't even, in my opinion, didn't necessarily look like he wanted to be there.
No, he didn't.
He
didn't.
It was
Actually, we had a conversation about it, right? And we were
Yeah.
saying that I think because he just had a kid, right? Like he has like a 2-year-old,
Yes.
and he's like 49 years
Yeah,
old.
he has a 5-year-old, I think, and a 3-year-old, right? Is it 3?
They have 2?
Yes. And it seems, and he's 49.
Yeah, but the 5-year-old is not the problem. It's the fact that he's 49 and he has a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And I think he's just got beat, dude.
Yeah.
Like he gave up.
Like at that age, dealing with, and I'm not saying you can't, I'm saying that it's not the same as when you're in your 20s or 30s, right?
Exactly.
You're like almost in your 50s.
Yeah.
And it's there's no denying that, everything kind of slows down and it hits you differently. And at that age, running after a 2-3-year-old, it's like a lot harder than it would have been if you were younger.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. In like every way, shape, and form. It's just not I just think he's lost. Like even when he talks about his wife,
Yeah, because
like
the way he
almost
used
like
to
he
talk,
hates her, bro.
kind of, because
he
the way
fucking
he
can't
used to
stand her.
talk about her was like he talked in his other stand-ups about how different they are and how good that was for him. Like he drives her, she drives him to do things that he doesn't normally do. They're very different people. She loves talking to people, he does not.
Yep.
Right? And it was like when you're like in the honeymoon stages and then like
Mhm.
boom, oh damn, this hit hard, I am not for it anymore. That's where I felt like he was in life, and I can be completely wrong, but that's
That's where I'm. That's
what
I feel.
felt from watching it. Is that Taylor Swift?
That is Taylor Swift.
Nice.
So I mean, the other thing too. Did Mobius come out this year?
2022, I think so. Let me look.
See, I gotta say something, and I think
Look at this guy. I like
Pete
him
Davidson,
a lot.
I love him. He's great. This is the thing that I would say. I think people need to know themselves better
Yes.
because I feel like
Morbius is 2022.
I feel like we are rarely, when it comes to TV shows and movies, are we rarely in a situation where we watch something that we don't like. And I don't mean we started it and we don't like it. Like just by trailers, just by, things that we've seen. It's just like, not interested in that.
Yeah.
You guys didn't care about Squid Game, right?
You know what I'm saying?
The hype you got into it.
Yeah, the Squid. Yeah, I mean, listen, hype can make us try something that we weren't
But
expecting
it's not
to
going to
try.
make us watch it.
But it won't make
the
us
hype
watch
can be
it.
as
It still
much
has to
as
be
it.
good.
Yeah, it has to be good because as soon as I check it out, Zac Efron. As soon as I check it out,
We
if
saw
it's
that movie,
not,
right?
if it's not there, I'm not going to continue to watch it.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, 100%. Like we're not gonna force ourselves to watch things, but
There's
like,
so much content.
yeah, like we don't
and,
really get into that stuff. Like that's why
Yeah.
it's so hard for us to think of like the most disappointing show. Even the movie, it took me a while to do
to
it.
figure it out. Yeah.
But we rarely watch this stuff. So like when we
And there's so much good stuff and so many options that MADMAN even had a hard time just picking a favorite.
yeah.
You know?
Like I guess like time is valuable, right? So like why would
Yes.
you spend it watching something that's not great? Like just to say you did?
Woo.
Like what is
All right, we're gonna do
what
the
is
dinosaur
this
dance.
movie?
The dinosaur dance, I
the
assume.
dinosaur dance? Like I'm
Dino
sure
dance,
there's
let's
bad
go.
movies that came out. Like these look bad.
Yeah,
What looks
Like
bad?
for sure these look bad.
the
These
dinosaur
movies,
movie.
what the stuff we're
The-
putting
the
on the
dinosaur
screen here,
dance.
the dinosaur dance.
So with that, I'm gonna say this. I do have, and I don't know if you
This was
guys.
a good movie. I don't know why
Yeah, this was
year.
great.
Which one?
I don't know if
Anytime.
you guys have a favorite, but I'm gonna state mine.
Okay.
Okay, I did have a favorite stand-up of 2022.
Ooh.
And my pick for favorite stand-up of 2022, okay, this person has gradually, okay, instead of being a disappointment, has become better and better and better. When I started watching his stand-ups, as it progresses, the different ones that have come out and have released have just been better and better. And that superstar, okay, is Joel Coy.
Yes.
Yes. He is
He's a great
freaking
comedian.
hilarious. He is freaking amazing. And to think that
100%.
Netflix did not want to back his stand-up when he first started,
That's wild.
it's ludicrous.
That's wild. He's been funny nonstop.
Yes.
He took one of his stand-ups. It was
He
not that
funded
it
his-
wasn't funny.
Yeah, he funded his stand-up.
Yeah, but the one where he went to the Philippines and tried to make it very about the place.
Well, because
That was a telling. He was doing more than just stand-up. He was trying to bring attention to the place. He was trying to put people on from that place using local talent from there, local comedians, local, musicians, dancers. Right, so he was trying to do more with his platform on that
was
movie.
like a stand-up / documentary.
Yes, because all his funny part, I was trying to find.
Yes,
because I assumed like some of the funny things that I remember from him were from his other stand-ups, but they're actually from that one.
Yes,
on all the little parts that he actually does,
comedy.
Does the comedy in there? Like it really, he is.
Joe Kai used to.
Joe. I wrote Joe K.
No, I think it just
auto-corrected.
Yeah.
Joe Coy. Yes, Joe Coy, he is so good. I love when he talks about his mother.
His mom.
Oh my God, hilarious.
He always talks about his mom, but it's funny.
It's really funny.
Well, he never talks bad about his mom. He just tells about his mom's situations.
Yeah, but see, it's all together because he does the accent.
Yes, it's so perfect.
It's really good. This is his last
this
one.
Is it right here.
Oh my gosh.
What's the name of it? I'm trying to find.
Live from LA, I think.
Yes.
Joe Coy. Man, he is so funny.
He really is.
He made the funniest joke.
Oh my gosh.
The funniest
Guys,
joke.
I don't even know if we can talk about it.
I don't know
Oh my
if we can talk
God.
about it.
We're not like YouTube kids, like honestly.
Okay, so then I'm going to talk about it.
Oh my God. This is the
because
most
it is
hilarious.
Swear to God, the
you
funniest
guys
shit
have to check it. If you
in my
have
life.
not, you have to check out this stand-up just for this joke alone.
You know what? This is the thing. I'm gonna play this shit with volume. Okay, we're putting this on right now because it is so fucking funny, dude.
But it just it wraps up. It's probably this little clip is not the whole joke.
Yeah, it wraps up at the end.
Yes.
Just a line of ghosts at the foot of your bed. Just a line. And they're like, yo, he thinks he's snoring. Come on, 2 at a time. He's like, what the fuck? Yo, Dylan's a crazy motherfucker. Let's go.
We started to play.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I put it.
Ready for a toilet paper shortage.
If I put it back.
Preparing for
If I
that
put it
toilet
back.
paper
Hold on.
shortage.
Right here. All right, I'll start it again.
Dylan, when you sleep, I swear to God, this is what you look like. You look like a ghost is cramming his dick in your mouth. You're just sucking ghost dick all night. Just
Oh my God.
Just a line of ghosts at the foot of your bed. Just a line. And they're like, yo, he thinks he's snoring. Come on, 2 at a time. He's like, what the fuck? Yo, Dylan's a crazy motherfucker. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Three. God damn. Shit. Oh. 3 dicks, Dylan, stop. You ever notice, Dylan, when you wake up in the middle of the night, you wake up like this. God. No. Ghost bukkake. Dylan, when you sleep,
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Now, the reference for this joke is because
Oh
he
my
has
God. Sleep apnea.
yes, and it's that he can stop breathing at any moment while he's asleep.
Yes, you look
So
like
he
this
has
is
to
happening.
sleep with a machine on, right?
If you don't sleep, but the Dylan doesn't want to sleep with the machine
With it,
on. His
yes.
girlfriend said it.
So that's how he sleeps through the night, right?
And this is
So
what
he's
she has to
saying-
see.
Yes, so he's saying this is what it looks
This is
like.
what you look like. That's why you terrify her. Oh my
man.
God, this is hilarious.
Listen,
yo.
if you guys have not checked it out, you
Oh
got to
my
check
God,
this out.
he is hilarious.
This is hilarious.
He is super hilarious.
And that was Joe Coy.
Joe Coy for the win.
Joe Coy for the win. The best award. Okay, so let me say this. Out of everything that existed on this list,
Yes.
this was my favorite thing to watch.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's better than the other best,
No.
but as far as like joy and like
Yes.
happiness and like,
I love stand up.
oh my God,
Like nothing beats that.
it's so
know?
good. It's so good.
How about you, Madman?
What do you mean?
For a best stand up.
Sure, I go with that. I don't know. I don't keep up with stand up like that, but that is a very funny one. I don't know. I mean, Joe Coy, he did some cool stuff last year. He also had a movie called Easter Sunday that starred him and stuff like that. So he's been around town and stuff like that. So I think that, I don't know, I'll go with Joe Coy. I just don't remember stand-ups too well. Other than, like, I think my favorite comedian is Dave Chappelle, so that's when I kind of care. But other
Yeah.
than that, I don't really keep
Well, Dave
tabs on him.
Chappelle's a monster.
He's the GOAT.
Sorry, Joe Coy. But yeah, so
So-
basically, I don't keep up with it, but I think he's pretty funny, so I'll just go with that.
So this is what this was our last like award, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what I would say. Let's do our honorable mentions for the best of each of these categories.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're gonna wrap up because we thought we were gonna do a normal podcast
Oh, guys,
this time.
this is what I'm
and we
saying.
were just gonna add the
we were gonna
best
just
of
do this real
quickly.
quick, like maybe like 10 minutes, and then get to
Um,
our topics. But apparently, you guys talk too much.
Yeah.
All
we
right?
do. We do. So we're almost 2 hours into this bad boy, so we don't want to make this too far gone. So we'll save our topics for another podcast. But all right, we're gonna do our honorable mentions. So best game of 2022, Madman, honorable mention.
If not, Live Alive?
Yes, that is not Live Alive.
What?
Well, no, you didn't say live. No, High on Life.
High on Life, yeah.
Oh, High on Life, yes, but I thought where's our honorable mentions?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's your honorable mention?
Live Alive.
Oh, Live Alive. All right, well, tell us what that is.
Live Alive is an RPG. It was actually a remake of a game that was never localized or released outside Japan. The game has it came before the likes of Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana and all the big boy RPGs and the legendary classics. And it was a big game for its time, and it had a major rehaul in the gorgeous HD 2D art style that the likes of Octopath Traveler and Triangle Strategy have claimed their own. And the game is very intuitive. It has 8 stories of 8 protagonists in different time periods, and that just keeps the game fresh every single time. The chapter's like an hour to maybe 2 hours at the most. Some of them are even less than an hour, but that just keeps the game always fast paced. There's always some sort of gimmick or something different about the RPG system in each story. Like there's one like the Wild West, and it's you use gunplay, and you instead rather just using attack, you use different positions on the map to aim your gun in different ways, use different kinds of guns, stuff like that. And depending on how you shoot, you get different like areas of weakness, and that's how you like fight rather than the normal RPG system. Or there's like even one where a character's like telepathic or telekinetic and can use like his mind to read minds and also like manipulate the environment. And they do a bunch of cool stuff. So it's never dull. It's like they're always doing something new, and that's what keeps it fresh and fun the entire time. So that's pretty cool.
Very nice.
All right. What about you, Miss Doodle?
Honorable mention for a video game goes to The Quarry for me.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
Yes.
The first game we completed
On Doodles Never
Completely.
Have I Ever.
on Doodles Never Have I Ever. Yes.
That game was freaking phenomenal. The suspense on point, and it's about these kids that are going to work at a summer camp.
Mhm.
Okay, these 2 kids get there early a day before and get attacked by something in the camp, right?
Mhm.
So, man, I'm playing the game back in my head, and it was so intense. Okay, so then fast forward, they go to the end of the camp. It's the last day, and they show the kids that were there helping out and working at the camp. This guy gets starts crushing on this girl, right? And he takes a part of the van or the car that they're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to leave in,
Yep.
right? And he puts it in his pocket. Now the car's not working. They are supposed to leave on that day. Um, and so they end up staying. So the guy that runs the camp tells them, stay indoors, do not go out, okay? Because it's getting dark, right? But what did they do? They went out. And that's when Ish hit the fan.
Ish hit the fan.
Oh, man.
All because he took that piece out the car that didn't
Yep,
leave.
and they didn't listen. So some, depending on how you play the game, some may live, some may die. And I don't want to say too much. You guys, if you don't want to play it, but you want to check it out, check out.
Yeah, we have the entire thing.
game.
The entire game.
But if not, check it out. It's
chapter by chapter.
Yep, The Quarry.
That was actually a really, really good game.
Right?
I mean, I'm a fan of their Supermassive games. They make a lot of good games that I like. A lot of that series of different, horror games. But yeah, that one was definitely a good one. I also really liked. That's like one of the best games that you played. As far as like watching you, it was the first game that you played the whole thing.
Yes.
That of this type.
Of this type of game, yes. That it wasn't like Nintendo or, even just like a softer Assassin's Creed, actually.
You
beat too.
did Assassin's Creed, which was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was really good. Graphics, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I know you did have a slight issue where you felt like the lip syncing was not all there,
Yes.
100%. But graphically, I mean,
And then
everything
towards
else.
the end, when the last scenes, you see a lot of like the hair goes from.
There was glitches.
Yeah, there
for
were
sure.
glitches.
Yeah, they messed up.
But overall, playing the game and the story was great for me. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it took a lot of turns that were unexpected too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you thought you were getting somewhere with it, and then you're like, oh shit, that's new.
Yes.
And then the twist at the end when you found out the real, who the bad guys were and all that fun stuff, and man, it was really good.
The story development for this game was also fantastic because in the beginning, you're like, oh, these punk ass kids, the way they behave, right? They're like, obviously they told them to stay indoors and to listen and do this. And they obviously did the opposite, right? So it's like, oh my gosh, okay. But the game captivates you. And as you're going and the idea of you doing something to get one of them like killed throughout the story, then that's when you realize, like, damn, when did I become attached to these characters?
Yep.
So yeah, it catches you off guard. It's a really good game.
Yeah.
I'm glad we play the game. Now I would love to see a little clip of Madman's. What was the name of your game?
Live Alive.
Live Alive.
You could.
And you know
Your
what happens?
pick.
Sometimes you get caught up in the conversation,
Yes.
forget to switch the assets. Live Alive.
I know it's the stupidest name they ever could have come up with, but I mean, it's a name.
All right, so this is Madman's number 2. Yeah, Live Alive. All right, yeah, I remember. So this is the thing. For me, I kind of
That's cute.
yeah. I feel like this is this new art style, this HD 2D situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really good. Because when the Octopath Traveler came out, it was really stunning.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming its own kind of genre where people
I was
are
gonna
doing
say,
it.
like, it's becoming really big.
Yeah, it's becoming big. But now this is the thing. It's becoming big so what that means is now that there's a lot of games that are doing it.
Yes.
Well,
You know,
literally
there's a-
only 3. Octopath, then it was Triangle Strategy and Live Alive. Problem though is that Triangle Strategy and Live Alive.
Yeah, see, but
No, he doesn't mean by the same creators. He means like
no,
different.
Square.
yeah, but other people are making games like this. they haven't been released yet, but there's games that are coming out that are kind of thinking of
becoming much
this
more
art style.
popular,
And the issue is that once that starts happening, now you start seeing where somebody did it better than somewhere else.
Yeah.
And like this, for me, when I look at it, doesn't look as good as Octopath Traveler.
Yeah. I like it. Looks good.
No,
The
Octopath Traveler. So you see it here, right?
yeah.
Okay, so let's go, and maybe I'm misremembering how it looked, but Octopath Traveler 2. Okay, so
When did this come out?
this is not
Like
out yet.
2017.
Oh,
This is part
coming
2.
out.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Oh, but okay.
Now you see how much nicer the shadows. You see how
Yes,
much
but
more the
we're
depth.
looking at an older game
No, this-
before.
no,
No,
previous-
Live Alive just came out. This is coming
year.
out soon.
Yes, but wasn't it a remake of a game that was only made and
Yeah,
released
from
in
the
Japan?
Yeah, but the art style was completely redone.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when you look at this, look at how much more the lighting effects are done.
Well,
How much nicer these things are. So you
Yeah.
start
There's
seeing. Look at the depth of field there.
Obviously, I feel like this was tricky, right? Because it looks like so old school. This type of these type of graphics, right?
Mhm.
And then like I can only imagine that this has been like a little bit of a test out, and it's becoming bigger and bigger. So I can only imagine that they're investing a lot more time and money.
But that's what I'm saying. So
making
Live
these types
Alive
of
is a
games.
newer game that just came out, and it shows the kind of weakness that they didn't push it to the next level. What they did was they just took the new art style that's out there and just pasted it over. So they didn't try to push it beyond. Like this is, really stunning.
I mean,
Like,
Octopath
look at that
Traveler 2
depth
is
of
also
field.
coming to PS5 and PS4.
What's coming to
Yes,
PS5 and 4?
Yeah,
this
Octopath is
one.
multi-platform.
Yeah, it's multi-platform.
So what is your
Live Alive is only on Switch, right?
yes.
Well, this trailer is the Switch
Switch version.
trailer. You know what I'm saying? So this
Ooh,
is the
imagine what the PS5 version looks like.
yeah. I know that. So that's what I'm saying. Like that, the Live Alive looks good. Look, this is triangle strategy. So this
It's
is the
basically
other
Octopath
game.
Traveler's look to it, basically.
This is the other game that's doing that same kind of art style. So, does this even have gameplay footage?
You should just fast forward a little.
Oh yeah. Well,
I mean, that looks pretty good.
I mean that looks okay.
All right.
I'm trying to see, like, there's no, like, the lighting doesn't look great. Like, the depth of field, they're not really taking advantage of it. All right, let me see. All right, well, this definitely this looks better than Live Alive for sure. It actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I guess the point is that, I'm looking for when I like to see things get progressively better. And this looks better. And Octopath 2 looks better. But yeah. All right, so that was your honorable mention, Madman, and your honorable mention was The Quarry, Doodle. So my honorable mention is a game that I really, 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 really enjoyed. And
A Plague Tale
that,
Requiem.
yes, how did you know that was coming?
I figured.
Plague Tale Requiem. This game was amazing. It was amazing, for sure. Graphics, stunning. Stunning.
Oh my gosh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's a plague.
You rats.
Yeah, but the technology behind them is stunning. When you see them bursting through and there's like a wave of them, like huge amounts of them coming, you'll see it in the clip. I'm pretty sure they'll show it. But it's stunning. But the relationship between her and her brother, Amelia and Hugo, it's really top notch. Like, look at how much detail is in there. And the gameplay itself, phenomenal. Like, super smooth gameplay, looks great, plays great, story so good, so good. This is made by Asobo, and like look at that, ooh, that's stunning. It's made by Asobo, which does Microsoft Flight Simulator, um, and they made the first Plague Tale, which was also very very good. Um, I always look at them when I'm looking at this. When I look at the studio Asobo, I feel like again, I think I mentioned this before, but very similar to like CD Project Red, who makes The Witcher and Cyberpunk, where I feel like the first one was their like proof of concept. You know, Plague Tale, the first one, Plague Tale Innocence. It was really good, aesthetically really good, but it was much more contained story. This took that idea and did very similar to like The Witcher, The Witcher 2, right? Witcher was much more contained. Witcher 2 opened it up a lot more, didn't go full open world, but opened it up a lot more. And then they went to Witcher 3, which blew it all open. And that's where I think Asobo is. I think that they go, and when they go to make part 3, which the story, the way part 2 ended, does allow for a part 3. I feel like that's gonna be their Witcher 3, like their big moment where they're gonna go ahead and really blow it out, push it open world, you know, make Amelia more of a savior to many, where instead of just protecting the brother, she's gonna go around protecting other people in this situation.
Yeah.
And again, such a beautiful game. They did such a great job. So yeah, this would be my honorable mention. Top notch game. Loved it. Very, very good. All right. So again, we're going long. So let's do a quick movie and TV or show best of
This isn't
runner
even our
up.
longest podcast.
All right. So for best movie, Madman.
Number 2, I'd have to say probably Top Gun Maverick, like you guys were talking about for your number 1. Basically, for all the reasons you mentioned, the technical aspects of it, which were super impressive, the story itself, which honestly I haven't even seen the first Top Gun, but it was still easy to get the idea of what it was and how this continues it in a meaningful way. The story of Top Gun, the characters were all intriguing, like the action sequences were top notch with the fighter planes. Everything about it was very enjoyable. It took a little bit to get good, but when it got good, dang, it slapped, it smacked, it punched. So this is why it's my second favorite game. You know.
All right. That was your second. What about you, Doodle? Do you have any movies that came out that you also really enjoyed? Well, like what was your movie before Top Gun?
See, I wasn't attached to anything that I felt like, oh my gosh, that's the best movie I've seen all year.
No, like the
Like that.
Batman.
The Batman was great. I didn't remember that it came out this year, but I think that may be my second one.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Batman.
All right,
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, I could see it.
We're switching answers.
Yeah, right. You guys
Right?
swap. You guys swap. So mine, I already said it before. But mine is Black Adam.
Black.
It's very sad that this is the fate that it received, where it came out with a banger, and it's essentially a dead franchise.
Critical murder and financial murder.
Well, the critical part was ridiculous because that shit was good. Which also just kind of, we did a whole podcast on it actually.
Well, I heard him in a mic.
Yeah, we did a.
For you
which
noobs, that's a different branch of the podcast. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a different podcast that we do. But we did a whole thing on it, and like one of the big things that we felt. Oh, Mario Man, that's silly. One of the things that we felt was that like the whole review process is ridiculous because there's no reason that movie should have been panned the way that it was. Like, it just makes no sense. Like, that movie was really, really good.
I agree.
For a superhero
Yeah.
movie, like I said, we fell asleep multiple times with Doctor Strange. How did that do critically, Madman?
Okay. I mean, it wasn't like it was horrible, but it wasn't like, oh, it was amazing. Like, just forgettable, basically.
Okay. So, like, that put us to sleep multiple times, right?
I mean, it has a higher Rotten Tomato percentage than Black Adam.
Yeah, I bet it does. Black Adam was great. The action was great. The CG was great. The story was great. I was super into it. I love how they did it. The Rock was amazing in it.
Yeah, he
the
was.
rest of the cast was amazing in it. Adam Smasher,
Agreed.
the Whirlwind Girl, the girl who controlled the wind. I mean, there was just, dude, Pierce Brosnan. Come on. You're
Yeah.
telling me Pierce Brosnan's in the movie and you're going to say that
Yeah.
he thinks that movie is trash? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a really, really good movie.
I
So
agree.
that's my my honorable mention. All right, and then wrap it up. Any TV shows? I know you have
for
to
me,
have one.
number 2, Cobra Kai season 5.
Ooh.
Cobra Kai season
A
5.
great show that just kept getting better. Season 5, I don't know if it was the best season. Definitely the least tense one. But it satisfyingly continued the story, and it was another hype season of Cobra Kai. So yeah, I think it's cool. And they teased Kreese at the end, which I always find pretty fire. So, I think that Cobra Kai has much more in store, and I'm excited for the future. And this was a good reminder that Cobra Kai's still here with us,
So
yeah.
Cobra Kai season 5 was definitely it was good, but I do feel like we didn't watch, not that we didn't watch. We watched the first episode and then we stopped.
Yes, it didn't start off like super strong. For me, the first episode, it
So
was
when
like, oh
Miguel
my
tried to
gosh.
find his daddy and all that.
Yeah, so it's like now, like after we kind of had Madman obviously loved the show, so we're like, all right, let's go watch it. So we got super into it.
We did.
Yeah, it got better, stronger. Obviously, so this show, this is the hardest thing when it takes a while to come back. So we had the first 4 seasons, right? Or 3, and then
The first
the
season was
fourth
the only
season.
flawless, like, it was from start to finish, perfectly paced, perfectly hyped, everything. It
Which
was not
season?
a single moment of, ugh. It
Which
was
one?
perfectly fine. It was just season 2, 3, 4. And then
No,
there's
you're
always,
saying
like,
season 1 was like that?
season 1, I think, was the
Gotcha.
cleanest.
I didn't hear you. That's
Oh,
why.
okay. Yeah, so
Like,
season
meaning
1
that
we
it didn't have like a moment.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah, but
I
season
think
1 we did the
two
same
and
thing.
forward, there's always that little slump
We
where it
stopped,
might just
right?
be okay-ish in certain areas.
Yes, but so the thing is that we had quite a few seasons to start the show with, and I believe it was either 4 seasons
Four
or
seasons.
we had
no,
3
3 seasons.
3, and then the 4th one was coming up like not too long after. This is the first time that we have to wait a long while to
Yes.
to watch the next season. Now, this is the thing about the show. You have to mentally get past the fact that these are grown men fighting about a karate school.
Seriously.
And we're talking about this guy over here. What's his name again?
John Silver. He's
No,
not
no,
John
Johnny.
Silver.
I
He's
love
Terry
Johnny.
Silver. Terry Silver.
So you got Terry, which is the bad guy, Johnny, and you got the Russo.
DeRusso. That's the
Daniel
one. Because he's
LaRusso.
the one that I have the hardest time like getting past, almost like liking his character. Because there's something about him. I just,
Yeah.
I want to pound his face down
And then our boy Chris,
But-
who's who's in
Yeah,
prison.
I feel you.
in a nice way.
Yeah.
But he left his car dealership. Like he's got nothing else going on but to like go to a different country and find people to come and take these people down.
Yeah,
You know,
we're doing nothing
like-
but running a school.
But running a school, right? Not
trying to
the way,
win a tournament.
and try to win a tournament, obviously not in the most honorable way, right? Or the way you want
They
them to
cheated.
do
We
it.
paid him to literally win.
Yes, not
Yeah,
the
but that was
not the way-
before.
yeah, not the
He
way
already
that
committed to his whole life to try to take them
Oh
down.
yes, since season 1, but not in the most in the way that is acceptable to him, or teaching the karate that he agrees with. Talk about freaking control issues, right?
Seriously.
But like once you get past all of that and you start seeing the show just like, okay, this is a show for what it is, then I think that's what I had a hard time with. starting season 5. Like it started off a little weak, and it was like, okay, this guy is really going at it with something that's just so unrealistic. And if you put that in your pocket, back of your mind, like get past that, then you can enjoy the show for what it is. Also, I think in season 5, they kind of acknowledged the fact, like the wife kind of left him.
Yeah.
And she acknowledged the fact, like
That it was
he's
getting
acting like a
ridiculous.
baby. And then her friend or whoever she was talking to reminded her, like, to have his back, or this is who he is, or why he's doing these things. Like he was seriously bullied by this guy, and he really, like, he just wants like justice or whatever.
Cobra Kai did the dark side in Star Wars. Miyagi-Do is good. The dark side is Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I think I agree with you. I think I think the biggest problem we had was that because of the break, you get out of the mindset, and then when you first see it, it's like, what the?
what?
Like,
What
what
am
are
I
we watching? Like, why are we watching these stupid ass grown men play with these kids, freaking teaching them bootlegged ass karate,
Right?
for like crying to each other, like spending their whole days thinking about this shit?
Like,
It's like,
go hang out with your wife, bro.
seriously, like it's like just stop. But then once you kind of suspend,
Shake that off.
yeah, you shake it off, and we stopped watching it. I mean, it was we paused. We didn't.
Yeah.
After we watched season 1, we took a
hard
break.
Pass. Yeah.
And then we kind of went back to it, and it was like, oh, okay, it's fine. And we just watched the rest of it. So like, I'm not pumped for a season 6. I don't think.
No,
It didn't
but I think
end in
we'll
any
get
big thing.
into it
We'll
and
watch
end
it
up
and like
watching
it.
the whole thing. Like the one I couldn't get past, like is the same type of show, like Fuller House, right?
Ugh.
And the thing about
Right. Good show.
the thing about it is that what I like about these shows is that you literally put it on and it's like it's your whole family's there. You watch it with your kids.
everybody can
watch
watch it.
Everybody can watch it. So that's what I like. But the corniness of Fuller House, I just couldn't get past it after a bit, and that I had to just tap out on. But yeah, this one I love the whole karate thing. So
Yeah, it's cool. They do a good job with the show.
yeah,
Overall, outside of the nonsense.
yeah. And I love Johnny, his character, so much. Like
Yeah, I like him and Carmen.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's good. It's a nice mix.
Yeah, it has a lot of good characters, which, there's someone for everyone,
Agree.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that was yours, Cobra Kai season 5. What about you, our lovely Doodle?
Doodle
Well, I have a good one, I think.
Okay.
So,
Ready for you?
2022 show follow up. I'm gonna go with The Terminal.
Ooh.
Yes, with Chris
I
Pratt
was
from
not.
Amazon
forgot
Prime.
about that.
I forgot about that show, and it was phenomenal.
That show was fantastic.
Oh, it was good. I don't know.
It was one
that
of
was
those.
so good.
Yeah, it was one of those shows that it's just the one season.
Let me-
Right.
It's a limited
let me-
series.
let
That
me-
It
means
was
that
a
it's a show
limited
that's
series,
intended
yes.
to end after a season.
Exactly. And it starts off a little slow. You're a little confused as to where the show is like heading because you don't know exactly what's real and what's not, right?
Oh, the Terminal List.
The terminal list, yes. You don't know exactly what's oh my gosh, really? Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks
Hurry
is
up.
amazing.
Hurry up.
Tom
Hurry up.
Hanks is amazing.
Wait,
the
he was in a
Terminal
movie
was
I
a
think
great
called
movie.
Terminal or The Terminal.
Yeah,
Yes.
Terminal was a
That's
good
what
movie.
came up. So yes. So this is a fantastic show.
It's really
so
good.
he was taking these. He doesn't know. I don't want to ruin it. I feel like
Yeah,
some-
just trying
this is
to
this
brush off
is,
the details.
a rough one that like maybe not a lot of people heard of, and I feel
Yeah.
like I can expose some people
Here's
to
the problem.
checking this out.
It's exclusive to Prime Video. Not a lot of shows on Prime Video succeed.
Exactly, but this is a special one because I agree. I've said it before on our podcast. Like they have their actual app is not inviting you. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, look where I want to go find something to watch.
Yeah.
But this was a gem. This was really good. He is in the military. He's taking these pills and they start kind of like confusing him from what's real and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I should say, right?
I mean, you can talk more if you want. I mean, it's not. You're not gonna give away everything, but you can.
They
talk
come
what you
after his
feel about.
family. They kill his wife and his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And they frame it as if he did it. So, needless to say, footage deleted, video deleted from everywhere. There are reporters. Everything is on him, blamed on him, and he has to kind of prove that it wasn't him who is
Against
doing
all
this stuff
odds.
against all odds. And
Everybody doubting him.
Yes, mind you, he has to take these pills. Turns out he has a tumor on his on his head or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he has to take these pills that kind of confuse him, and he can't tell what's real
what
and what's
isn't.
not. So he has to like really stick to his guns and like trust his instinct. And
Yep.
this show gets so good.
It really, really does.
Like, I wish it wasn't just one season.
Well, you wouldn't want it to just
Agreed.
continue for the sake of continuing.
No, obviously,
Well, no,
yes,
but
for
it
sure.
would be nice if there
it
was more story to tell.
It was very well made, very complete. There's no wondering, are they going to do anything else? Like,
Yeah,
it
the
was-
story's done.
It was, yeah.
You're looking at our
is
new
it?
Mario over there.
Let's hope not.
Well, he is Mario.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's my show. That's my gem. My.
CMoney, did you say your second opinion?
I did not say it.
Oh yeah, CMoney. What?
So this is the thing. I had one all lined up, but then you made me think deeper. And just like this was unexpected, there was a show that I really enjoyed that we watched. That I don't. You liked it because you watched it, but I don't know if you liked it as much as I did.
Okay.
But my honorable mention's gonna be Blackbird.
Oh,
That was good.
wow.
Blackbird was really good. Yeah, people
Blackbird.
want to hype up
That's
Dahmer. Nah, Blackbird was really good.
Apple TV.
Yep.
That
Which, by the
show-
way, the fellow that played the infamous serial killer Larry Hall was actually in Cobra Kai as well.
Yes.
Yep, the guy
He
who got beat
plays-
up by Terry
Yeah,
Silver.
Sting, right?
And it's bipolar,
he does
bro,
Stingray.
because he acts like an actual genuine serial killer, but then he's like hilarious in Cobra Kai.
He really is.
They're like two different people. It's wild.
Well, he's in this show, and it was actually Ray's last show that I
Yes.
know of before he passed away,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, this was phenomenal.
It was.
It was so good, and the reason I
pick.
know it was so good was because the story content, what it was about, is typically something that I don't like to watch.
Me too.
yeah.
Agreed.
So if you're watching on YouTube, you see we have the trailer up, and it's about this guy right here. I don't remember his name in the movie.
Hall, based on a
Larry
true
Hall.
actual
Yeah.
Story.
So he goes around looking for little girls or young girls, and he takes them and he gets them in their van. He rapes them, kills them, and then buries them somewhere to never
Across
be
the nation.
found. Okay. And typically, I
I will run
can't
the other
watch
way.
things like
Yeah.
that.
I do not like.
you know, I have daughters. It freaks me out
Yeah.
to think that. I don't like seeing shit like that.
well, they don't
But
show it.
they did it in such
Well,
a captivating way.
It's inspired by
It
true
that makes
events.
it even worse because normally I don't like that type of stuff either.
Even in fiction.
But this guy right here, he made it.
Oh my God, this
he
guy.
made it.
He is amazing.
He did so good
His acting
in this role.
is top notch.
Bro, I can't see the screen, but who are you talking about? The
The
killer
main
or
guy.
the other
The main
guy?
guy. The main guy. Yeah.
Larry
Him.
Hall? Oh, yeah, he did phenomenal. He
No,
deserves
not
some
Larry
sort of
Hall.
Emmy.
The main guy. The actor who's
Oh,
was
the guy who
stopping
was
him.
going undercover?
Yeah, and they had a
Yes.
good cast too. They had that guy. I forget his name, but he's in a lot of good movies and stuff and shows.
So what's
He
interesting
was
is
in
that
You Got
not
Mail,
simply
which is
about him.
my thing.
It's also about a true story about another criminal who did a different kind of crime, a whole drug system and stuff like that he was behind. And basically they both happened around the same time, locked up around the same time. And basically they were getting desperate. They're like, they need someone to basically get this guy to confess directly. And
Yeah, it's
find
that-
the
Yeah,
body.
they were
Taryn-
missing the window where they were going to release the dude or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Really
He
good.
played such a good role. Like he did it so well, and honestly, like I was not expecting it to be that good. And
No.
again, I don't typically go for these types of shows.
The serial killer drama.
But
Yeah, I
he
don't like
right
that
there,
either,
him,
but yeah.
Taron Egerton, I think his name is. He did so good.
And the crazy thing is that he starts off little pricky,
Yeah, like
and
he gets
it's
into
not
the role.
necessarily a character like his the way he's portrayed, like that you will like you will
Yep.
feel compelled
for?
for, and you really do. Like you just hope he gets out, he figures this out, and like it's crazy. It's a really good show.
It really is. And they ended it perfectly. Like they literally, I don't know. This is it's just so
basically
freaking
how
good.
most serial killer stories end. Basically, they give you text on the screen that tells what happened to them and how they either died or where they still are right now.
This guy, I cannot believe he's the same guy from Cobra Kai, because I
He
could
did
not
the role pretty
stand
good.
his face.
Yes, I hated
I
him in this
couldn't-
show.
Dude,
Not his
it was
acting. I hated him as a
crazy.
person.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Selena, like the lady
Yeah.
who killed her in the movie. Like I hated her
Yeah.
as a person, even though it wasn't her. You know,
Yeah.
obviously it was just a movie.
Yeah.
This guy too. Every
The-
time I saw him,
yeah,
I'm like,
the-
yo, can't stand you, bro.
Yep.
But then you see him in Cobra Kai, it's like, oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's
just
so
an actor.
different
cool.
too.
He's just an
Yeah.
actor.
That's why serial killers are some of the most. That's how a lot of actors win Oscars. There's like another one, like Monster, ironically named after the same name as that Netflix show, which was back in the day about the first female serial killer or something like that. The woman who played her won a bunch of Oscars at the Oscars. Like they basically, I don't know what it is, but when it comes to serial killers, that can really show how good of an actor you are.
Yeah,
Evan
if you
Peters, he
play
got-
it
like,
where
he's
you can
doing,
make it likable. Like not likable like you like the character, but likable like you are intrigued to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what for me that Dahmer shit didn't do. Like
Actually,
I did
wait,
not
hold
want to
on.
watch
No,
that
I
shit.
didn't. That was
What's wild is what Dahmer did is that actually Evan Peters, he's actually making a romantic comedy with Netflix right now.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
jeez.
The funny thing is that guy actually, if you look back at his career, he has done a bipolar amount of stuff. He's been in comedies. He was also in American Horror Story. We play another serial killer in that story, but fictional one. And he did a whole bunch of different stuff, like a whole bunch of genres. And Netflix, they're pretty good right now. And he's actually nominated for a Golden Globe for his acting in Dahmer, which well deserved. He did excellent, but just in general. And also, this is also season 1, meaning that you guys hated Dahmer to existence, but the next monster, this story could be more intriguing to you guys, like how Blackbird had a very intriguing story, even despite the killer's actions. So Monster season 2 and 3, for all you know, could be freaking amazing to you guys.
Yeah, but it has to. I mean, it has to intrigue us. And,
Yeah.
Right now we're just going along and trying to see what we like. And this one was really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Any
Oh,
games
let's not forget. Wait, there was another is a fictional serial killer drama, but Finding Jacob was good.
Yeah,
Finding Jacob was really good.
that one was where?
It was
Apple
a work of
TV
fiction,
too, right?
but it was on
Apple
Apple
TV,
TV
yeah.
as well, based on the book.
So any games that you guys are looking forward to, or movies for
Ooh,
2023?
thank you, Doodle. I wanted to talk about that. 2023 is a no-brainer, but The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, a sequel to one of the greatest video games ever created. I don't even have to explain why I'm excited. So
Very
yeah.
nice.
What about you, CMoney?
2023 is big. There's a lot of big games coming out. I mean, the from what we know, because outside of things that are confirmed, there's a lot of things like Stalker 2. Really pumped about Stalker 2. Atomic Heart? That looks amazing. And then you got Microsoft proper. You have Forza coming out. That looks amazing. You have Redfall coming out. That looks amazing. Starfield is the big daddy, right? That's the one we're all kind of banking on to actually be amazing. Another Todd Howard joint that blows the roof off of things. So we're really looking forward to that. I am. And then you got Spider-Man 2 that's supposed to come out, which, knowing Sony, they just said that so people would think they have a game coming out this year. And then at the end of the year, they'll delay it because it doesn't, they need more time, and they'll delay into 2024, and then they won't have anything. But if it comes out, that'll be great. But if I had to pick the one game,
a game.
I know I was trying to run through my mind. If I had to pick a game, I would say Starfield. That's the one that I have the highest hopes for. That can be, amazing. Like my Elden Ring for this year.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Elden Ring's a high bar. Do you think Starfield can actually touch it?
I don't know. I hope so.
I
But
mean, an Elden Ring doesn't just pop up like, oh, this year is the Elden Ring, Like, I don't know if it might be a while till we see in the next Elden Ring.
Yeah, right?
Like, there hasn't been that, the way you talk about it and the way people describe it in general, there hasn't been that big of a big impact in gaming in terms of design and masterclass, like, storytelling since Ocarina of Time back in N64. Which it actually got a high, it was actually tied with it in Metacritic for a little bit there before being quote-unquote review bombed. So, yeah, that is, I don't know. We'll see.
I never even beat that game.
Ocarina of Time is the highest rated game of all time right now. 99 on Metacritic. Not a single game or anything has 100, which is surprising. So, yeah, maybe Starfield one day.
Well,
So,
for me, 2023.
Yep. I think I know it.
What?
No? Oh, I'll say it, and then you tell me if it's real.
It's fine. I'll go.
Okay.
Pikmin
Yes!
4.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4 for me. This game was announced a long time ago and never released. Then we heard nothing else about it. And finally we do. And I'm very excited for it. I'm hoping that it's everything and more.
Well, I think it's going to be.
Now, when it comes to movies, thank you, CMoney.
I got you.
When it comes to movies, I am really excited and looking forward to John Wick 4. Comes out in, I
Ooh.
believe, March of this
Ooh.
upcoming year. Man,
That's going to be badass.
yes, I'm excited for it. How about you guys? Any movies?
Oh, movies? There's quite a few, but I think for me, number one would have to be, despite the controversy, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Very
I mean,
nice.
I'm hyped. Into the Spider-Verse was incredible, and I doubt it'll be as good as the original, but I think I'm excited to see what it becomes in its own right. So, that's
Yeah.
exciting to me.
Yeah, I for sure think it's going to be a good movie. Into the Spider-Verse was really good. I'm sure the next one will be good. I just don't like how it looks.
Yeah.
Fair
I think
enough.
it looks shitty. But the movie itself should be fine. I'm trying to think of what's coming out next year.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
yes.
The Barbie movie. John Wick Chapter
listen, I'm
4.
excited to watch
Oh,
the Barbie
man.
movie too.
Yeah, The Flash, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania,
All right,
Oppenheimer.
mine is a three-way tie with the Mario movie and the Barbie movie and John
Did you
Wick.
say? Oh.
Okay? That's
Three-way
it.
tie. Three-way tie.
It's just one full name. It's a hashtag, and then
Hashtag,
write them all down.
I don't think I have anything that I'm highly anticipating. If I had to just say
The Barbie movie.
it would have to be the Barbie movie.
Are you actually
Yep.
serious?
No, Mario. If I had
Mario
pick
has to be
one,
more
it would be Mario.
Listen, I'm excited for the Barbie movie. Ryan
Bro,
Gosling
it looks- I
and
don't know.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it.
I watched
I'm
it
looking
twice.
forward to
It
it.
looks so bad in my opinion. Like I can't even fathom it looking decent. Ugh.
it'll be good. It'll be really good.
I mean, hopefully,
Part of
maybe it'll
me-
blow my mind or something like that.
Part of me
like a Lego
wonders
movie
if
did.
Zac Efron would have been better as Barbie, as Ken.
Ooh,
I mean, Zac Efron.
yeah,
Younger,
yeah,
not as old.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We'll see. We don't know if they're playing the great grandparents. So
Oh, Barbie did come out with the old people line. Yeah. This is Grandpa Ken, Granny Barbie, the original. This is the first one that was ever made.
We'll
very
see. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
so I
But
would
Zac
say-
Efron would have been a really good choice too.
Yeah.
I think. Listen, the two actors that they picked, to play Barbie and Ken are like amazing actors. Though.
Yes.
Like I don't know if that was what really came to mind for them, when casting. Like
I wonder who got it first.
right.
Like, did Ryan get it, and then the girl was like, "What's her name? Margaret.
Yes.
Margaret Robbie?
She's
Yeah.
freaking
Then she was like,
phenomenal.
"Oh, he's in it. I'll do it." Or was she in it? He was like, "What? She's gonna play Barbie? I'll do it." Like, who gave credibility to it first?
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they approached them both at the same time. Like, yo, listen, we want you to.
Listen,
They picked one, and then the
like,
other one said, yeah, I'll do it.
She's
She's a chameleon, bro. She can do anything.
she does so well. In her work, it's very diverse. Ryan Gosling used to be a bit more diverse, but then he started chasing that Oscar, and he dropped all the romantic comedies. And
Did he not get an Oscar for The Notebook?
right? How can you not get an
You gotta
Oscar?
go back. You have to go
for the
back and say, you know
freaking
what,
Notebook.
Ryan, here's an Oscar for
Right?
The Notebook.
Like,
you
sorry,
deserved it.
Like,
We fucked up.
Like, just mail it in and be like, we messed up.
Yeah, we messed up.
He actually, to this day, he's never won an Oscar. He's only been nominated
insane,
twice.
dude.
La La Land was
So
his
that's
closest
the
shot.
thing. Did he get one for La La Land?
Nope, that was his closest shot.
See,
Yeah,
that's what I don't
And it helped
understand.
Nelson.
Yeah.
And
Half Nelson.
he's such an amazing actor. And I hope that he stopped that chase, right? Because the same thing happened with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? He was
did get an Oscar.
that
though.
was his goal, and like,
But he made
finally
banger
did
after
it.
banger. So this is
Yes.
the thing. Ryan Gosling did not do that.
No,
He started chasing something
that
to
maybe
get the
he
Oscar.
wasn't ready.
And he
for.
wasn't ready. He kept trying to pick these movies that, okay, this is going to get it for me. And it's like, dude,
Yes.
it wasn't that good
Like,
of a
and
movie.
you know what's
Oh my
crazy?
God. He made the worst movie of all time, by the way.
Oh my
Which one?
gosh, yeah.
Worst
Which one?
movie ever.
Only God forgives.
Only God Forgives. Worst movie.
Yeah,
I can't think of a. The original Mario Brothers,
was better
Was-
than that. Yeah.
Oscar worthy
Yeah.
compared to Only God
yeah,
Forgives.
Only God Forgives. And I had such high hopes for that movie. I was like, this is going to be so badass. Oh my
Oh, yeah,
gosh.
yeah, yeah.
No, it was not.
It's
it was
literally
horrible.
the name of the movie is literally talking to him. Like, only God's gonna forgive you for making this shit.
Yeah.
Because we don't. Like, I'm always gonna remember that, Ryan, no matter what. You
Life
scarred me.
choices that you made were not great.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah. And I think the crazy thing is that obviously he's so known for The Notebook. Like,
Yes.
The Notebook is like one of the best movies ever.
Yes.
But then he also did, obviously he did Crazy by Numbers with Sandra Bullock. He's done a lot of work, but Crazy Stupid Love, right? That's when he was a bit more commercial and he was still doing
Great
those
movie.
romantic comedies. And then he just started chasing that Oscar and it was like dunzo.
I
Like,
mean,
he
we
just-
live in a world Will Smith got an Oscar, but not Ryan Gosling.
yeah, right?
guy.
That's crazy.
Well, Will Smith is a G.
I mean, he didn't do Oscar-worthy performance. Did you guys even see King Richard yet?
No.
No,
Well, if you're such an avid Will Smith supporter, you should probably check it out.
right? See money?
Yeah, but that's
Go
a
watch
true
it
story.
outside.
Oh, it's a true
When
story.
things
so I
are a
don't
true
care.
story, it has to be something that I'm interested in seeing.
Like
Yeah.
a boy, King
I don't
Richard.
ca- I get it. Serena and Venus were beasts, and King Richard was the one who made them that way. I get it. I already know the outcome of the story, and it's not like I was never interested in how it happened.
Yeah, I get
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Like, I figured hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's typically the way it goes. You know, like, how did you make it? You worked hard. Oh, thanks. Great
Yeah.
answer.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unless you're really secretly deep inside trying to figure out how to be a tennis player.
Yeah, which I'm not.
Okay, got it.
I'm not.
Got
I'm
it,
not.
got it.
But maybe Madman is.
Madman, what do you think?
About what?
Tennis player for you?
No.
No, got it. Got it, got it, got
He,
it.
ma-
got
he
it.
just came out with that movie Emancipation, though,
Yeah,
which I
Oh.
want to see.
okay. We'll see. So
He was a beacon of light for all the slaves. He went back in time. So it's the best TV show. No, sorry. Honorable mention. No, wait.
no.
No, this is most anticipated. You're
Most
going.
next year.
anticipated.
Most anticipated. Shoot, my mind went wacko. So, what are you anticipating? Come on, don't be shy.
What do you mean?
Just say it. Most anticipated show of the year, 2023.
Okay, but
Which
you
that should
didn't
be a
announce
no-brainer.
you didn't announce what we were talking about.
TV show.
Yeah. So what you're saying is,
Most anticipated
what is
TV
your
show.
most anticipated TV show of
2023.
next year?
Mhm.
So I would say very quickly and very easily, the next season of The Witcher.
Oh my
Bruh.
gosh. Yes.
No. What?
Can't wait.
How could you say that?
Can't wait.
Oh my god.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I'm confused
Have
by
you
your reaction.
forgotten What's coming out next year?
No.
The Mandalorian season 3. How could you?
I think he's still gonna go with The Witcher.
I am gonna go with The Witcher.
I'm gonna go with The Witcher because
go with
oh
The
my
Witcher.
gosh, I love The Witcher.
I can't believe this.
So you gotta remember.
Joke.
You gotta
A sick
remember.
joke.
You gotta remember.
So I think we know which one you're waiting for, Madman.
So The Mandalorian #1, amazing. Mandalorian #2, super amazing. But then about 48 other Star Wars
shows
came out. And they're going to try to somehow
link it
into Mandalorian 3.
They're not.
They're going to talk about Andor or whoever else they've been
different
talking
time
about.
Points. No, wait. Andor was before Mandalorian.
I don't know. What I'm saying is that they took away my luster.
Yeah.
The lust you had for him.
For Star Wars right now. Not that I won't be excited to watch it when it comes.
Oh, you're going to watch it,
but
yeah.
I will be like, how are you guys going to fuck this up?
The only thing that they're 100% tying in is the Book of Boba Fett. Because Mandalorian was in the Book of Boba Fett.
Which we didn't like enough to continue to watch.
I mean, that was mid. Like, it was
we didn't even watch it knowing that Mandalorian was in it.
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like vital to the story, but still. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm not saying that I'm not going to be excited to watch it, but I will be watching it with a critical eye. Like, I'm like, what are you going to do to mess this up? Where are you even going to go from here? Because I know you're probably going to tie it in. Something that doesn't need to be here is going to be here. And I didn't watch it, so now you done messed me up.
I get that.
That's where I'm at with The Mandalorian. And I love The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I love the character himself. I like the show, but I like him. Like, I have his statues. I have figures from him. Like, I'm still hoping that it gets announced that secretly they've been, that Coalition has been making Mandalorian the game.
Now, like basically, like, if Master Chief was erased from the timeline, he never happened. Mandalorian would probably be a decent heir. Like, he would probably take his place.
Yeah, like, that's the type of character he is, right? Like, he's not as
cool.
Well, cool, but like, mysterious, right?
Mm-hmm.
He took off his mask in season 1. Obviously, it's Pedro.
That's because you can't see
You weren't fooling anyone. It wasn't like Del Cameron in there, and we just didn't know it.
Del Cameron.
What?
That was a
stretch.
A hardcore stretch. Where did that come in your mind?
Oh, I don't know. It came somewhere.
All right.
That's all you have to know.
Yeah. So I do love Mandalorian, but again, I think I'm gonna like the show, but I'm so
guarded
guarded about it that is not in my registry of like excitement.
I get that.
I'm more afraid that they come and fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
None that are actually gonna happen.
There we go. Honesty. I love that. I'm not for New Year's resolutions. I feel like you should always be your best, try to be your best, try to do your best. But the whole lockdown of like, this is what I'm going to do this year, not digging it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of, you start off failing by telling yourself that this is what you got to get done and these are the changes you're going to make for sure, starting on this day at this time. It's like, no, thank you.
Well,
yeah. What can I say?
I don't think I have any resolutions that are worth talking about here.
Yeah.
More personal resolutions that I want to achieve for myself.
I want to become stronger
for the family, but we have a resolution for the channel. 1,000 subscribers.
For January.
By the end of January.
Yes.
That's the resolution.
That's the resolution. There we go.
That is.
So if you're listening and you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that button.
Yes, it's right there.
It's right there.
It's
Check
right there. Like, it's not even like too hard. You just go right there and you click it, and then you click the bell, and that lets you know everything you need to know.
That's
we
right.
release something. Watch it. It's good stuff. I'm not trying to pat ourselves in the back, but
no, but damn, start patting.
We should pat. We should definitely pat because it's legit good stuff.
Oh man, Madman, your shorts were on point.
Hey, I mean, I don't even try. But yeah.
Yep. That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, but they've been doing good. They've been doing good.
Yes.
Looks spicy. Delicious.
Getting our Christmas Christmas
The
gifts
aftermath
unboxed.
of Christmas.
Yeah.
The dreaded
Doing
aftermath.
pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Hey, CMoney, I have a proposition.
What?
Uh-oh.
Want to make this our longest podcast ever?
No.
But we got
Batman wants to
turtles,
throw in all the
Definitely not.
topics.
old
Yeah,
men,
not
and
happening.
Hooters closing.
Definitely not happening. Yeah, no. We're gonna save all that stuff for another time.
Okay.
But with that,
Thank you for asking.
yeah, thank you for asking. With that, this was a very fun episode. Honestly, I really thought we would be
Honestly,
in and out
we were going to
in
talk
15
about
minutes for
I
the
thought we were
best
going to talk
stuff.
about this, yeah, for
And
a
be
good
done with
10,
it.
15 minutes.
But I guess fate has intervened and has made this a very long but very entertaining. I like it. I'm happy with it. Episode
How long has it been?
2 hours and 50 minutes.
You sure you
Oh,
still want to write out the 10
okay.
minutes and make it a first 3-hour podcast?
No, I'm good. I'm
No,
good.
like the intro and outro, it'll make it 3 hours.
There you go.
Ah!
There
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. I'll put the intro and outro twice.
Just for you guys.
Just
On a
for
loop.
you. But yeah. Now don't forget the giveaway.
No.
Yes,
Do not
the
forget the
giveaway.
giveaway.
Remember,
Yup.
a Nintendo Switch Lite is on the line. It will be burned forever in our basement if we don't reach 1K.
And the Callisto Protocol.
And the Callisto Protocol. But which's the better value?
They're both coming out. 2 weeks, somebody's gonna win the Callisto Protocol, and then by the end of the month, if we hit
January
our number,
31st, if we
one
hit
lucky person will be taking home the little Switch Mini.
Got two
the
delicious
So small.
Switch
to
Lite.
go.
Yeah,
Come
the
on,
Lite.
everyone. Let's make it
So
short.
tiny, fits in your hand nicely, portable, easy. You can put it in your pocket. Much more portable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good stuff. All right,
Very
man.
good stuff.
Madman, take us out.
So, yep, this was our Madman podcast number 25. Guys, if you like this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Mario Kart Madman